comes out, gets a fist to it, goes by Roberts. Jack Cassidy over the top to Nugent. They go down to the pocket. Garoni left foot across the face. And the ball's gone through for 1- score. So the Dogs on the board. 1 plays nil thanks to Steel Line.
This is going to be really interesting to see how they're going to move the football today, Wang.
So back pocket, Anderson coming out. Stevens gets a fist to it for the Doggies. Rolling and ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, pretty positive start from Wodonga, Lukey, in the clearance. He's got the first clearance, then got it forward as well. It's just going to be a messy day today. So it's going to be really interesting to see that match up on Hudson Garoni as well. Cam Barrett currently on him at the moment. In wet weather, it's hard for a big forward. So the key's going to be with Noah, I think, a lot today, Lukey.
Left to centre wing on the far side of the ground. Young lady hurls it back in. Nugent. Stevens on the boot, hooks it around his body, down towards half forward. There he is, the guard dog, Charlie Morrison. Into the centre, Noel Bradshaw got hands to it, couldn't hang on to it. Goes again, gets his left foot to it. Here's Jack O'Sullivan, the co-coach of the Doggies. Nice work, they move it back to Noel Bradshaw and he breaks away. Right foot trying to hook it around his body. Here's Cohen Ainsworth, and he pops it inside 50. Barrett gets a fist to it for the Maggies. The second one just thumps it up in the air. Chris Knowles went through his grip. Jack O'Sullivan, left foot. Shot on goal, goes right up in the air. Grossman sits under it. Ball comes out the back. And again, we get another minor score. So the Doggies, 2, lead the Maggies nil on the Steel Line scoreboard.
Yeah, it looks like they're just trying to move the football in as quick as they can, just to try and give Huddy Garoni and Noel Spiteri genuine one-on-ones. So, so far, the Bulldogs seem quite clean with their ball handling. You wouldn't be able to tell that it's a wet weather day.
Benny Tallarico. Special comments for the Newmarket Hotel, that wonderful establishment on the border. Is Roberts, Oscar over the top of it for the Maggies. Here's Ellis, right foot. He may have squeezed that out of bounds on the full he has. So the Doggies to get it back through Charlie Morrison.
Yeah, 2 disposals for Charlie early, so being busy. He's going to, without Laverty playing, he's going to get off the leash a little bit, I think.
Thompson to Tom O'Sullivan, who's taken a mark 45 out on a 45-degree angle. What are your thoughts, Benny?
Well, look, he's turned his back on the rest of the forward line, so he must be confident. I know it's a bit of a cardinal sin from a coaching's perspective, but clearly he backs his leg in here, and this would be a fantastic start for the Dogs if he can put this through.
Such a consistent performer, this guy, Tom O'Sullivan, the brother of co-coach Jack. Tom, he's pulled that one badly. It's out of bounds on the full. They're getting their hands on the footy, though, Dan, the Doggies.
As Benny said earlier, it's like they're playing a bit of dry weather footy, to be honest. So good start for Wodonga. A bit of a poor finish there for Tom O'Sullivan, but he's been super this year for Wodonga. Almost an underrated facet in their lineup, Lukey.
Again, the opening turn for A-grade Alden. Battery Smart in a very dangerous switch, turns it over, and Tom O'Sullivan goes through and kicks the first for the Doggies.
Yeah, it's a fantastic intercept in the forward half, especially. He just read it well off the boot, and Wang were trying to switch the football back across goals, which always can be a little bit dangerous. And Tommy was good enough to force the intercept and run into an open goal. So that's fantastic. They've started really well here, the Doggies. They seem to be first to the football and using it really cleanly. They've
adjusted to the wet weather quicker than Wang Magpies. And I think our man Andrew Moyer last week said the fastest starting team in the O&M Wodonga Bulldogs.
There you go.
Just seeing how this plays out in the first quarter. But good finish. As we just said, singing his praises, Tom O'Sullivan, been super for Wodonga.
1-2-8. The Doggies lead the Maggies thanks to Steel Line. There's Chris Knowles back in the middle, getting a clearing ball. Charlie Morrison, he's been busy early. Stevens taken in by Waitai Tua and also Hayden. And we get a stoppage. 35 out directly in front at the Elm Street end. A lot of numbers around the pill here. Umpire trying to sort it out. Ball back at bootlace level. Here's Matt Soroczynski. That looked like a throw to O'Neill. Ball back over the chalk. Harry Hewitt appealing for a free kick there, Benny.
Yeah, nothing doing there, unfortunately. And no, I think this will be Wang's best opportunity for the day to try and hit the scoreboard here.
14.94 2AY. Dan Vaccaro, Ben Tallarico and Luke Francis with you at Martin Park for round 10. And this ball's going to be tied up again. So I think we'll see a bit of this today, Dan. Wet weather, drizzly, and 13 degrees. Quite cool. Rolling towards the Elm Street end. Clark comes out, trying to pick up the footy. Again, we'll get another stoppage here.
It's going to be stoppage after stoppage, but Wodonga seem to be defending well at the moment, obviously led by Charlie Morrison, 2 disposals for him on the 40-wing stat sheet early.
Ainsworth plucks it out of the contest. Jack O'Sullivan loops one over the top. Here's Hymus. Jai trying to get his hands on the footy. Well done by Waitai Tour, and he cops one across the shoulder. So Waitai, one of our favourites on O&M Live, Dan.
Best name in the O&M.
Here he goes. Left foot into the pocket. It's a wide one. Good mark from Aidan Tilley, and it will be paid, Benny.
Yep, no, fantastic. On the second bite then, Wodonga then appealing for offhands, but now the umpire felt like Tilley got majority of that, and he'll be hard pressed up against the boundary here, Big Tills, but he's got some tricks in his bag, and I wouldn't be surprised if he goes back and he slots this.
Yeah, great swingman for the Maggies. Can play forward or back, and Aidan, tough angle, hard up against the boundary line, Elm Street end, and he has put it through. Is it a behind? The boundary umpire conferring here with the goal umpire it is. So a minor score. 8 playing 1, doggies up thanks to Steel Line.
Yeah, you see, Benny, just Wodonga's still being really stubborn with the way they want to play, isn't it? They're almost as if they're trying to work through the wet weather and play a bit of dry weather footy, especially coming out of their defence.
Yeah, trying to work by hand as opposed to just taking territory.
Good mark from Ruben Burke on half back. Now what can they sort out here? The doggies trying to weave their way through the Maggies' defence. Ruben goes down towards half forward. Garoni comes out. Hudson a long way from home. Matt Wilson spins around, gets onto his left foot. Anderson bounces over his head. Here's Jack O'Sullivan. His kick was smothered by Melville. They go in again. Tyson Young there. Anderson. Nice work from him. Ellis going after the footy. Try to tap it back inside. And he's taken down.
Oh, wow.
So the Dogs to get it.
Quick.
Very quick.
Very quick on the calls.
Yeah.
And they need to try and find a target on the arc of 50. Chris Knowles, though, comes in and takes the mark for the Maggies.
Just on a matchup point of view, Cam Barrett looks like he has got the permanent job on Huddy Garoni. I think that's probably more to do with the fact that Aidan Tilley's going forward in Laverty's absence, Benny.
Correct. Oh. There we go.
Contest on centre wing, holding the ball.
Wow, he's hot on this, holding the ball early, isn't he, Dan?
He's very, very quick, as long as he's consistent, but he's been very quick.
I feel like both Fraser Ellis and Jackson Clark didn't really have possession of the football then, and they got pinned for it. So umpires are right on it at the start.
Yep, Tom O'Sullivan going inside 50. Knowles takes the mark here. So again, Big Chris doing some great defending. He wants to square it up to centre half back. Harry Smart takes the mark. And they swing it out towards the scoreboard. Kennett, here goes Lockie, Oscar Roberts. So they've moved this ball nicely. True centre wing on the Les Cheesley oval side of the ground. Been playing good footy along with his brother Jet, who's not in the side today. Here goes Oscar, outside 50. Stevens going after it. Joel ducks back around, gets an inside hand pass to Bean. Over the top, Tilley tries to flick it over his head. Marjanovic spits it out the back to Melville. So a lot of use here. Stevens is going to end up with it. He's a long way from home. Gets around, ducks back inside. He's gone. So Morrison's got the footy. Not many get past him in a hurry. Charlie Morrison. So he has the ball. Got to mention too, Brandon Parkins playing in Guernsey number 7 for the Doggies today. Here goes Knowles inside 50 through Tilley's hands. Burke's going back. Clark comes out and meets him. He's tied up, Jackson. We will have a stoppage. 20 out at the Elm Street end. Yeah, 8 playing 1, Dan.
It's evened up at the moment, so Wangaratta starting to win the territory battle a little bit here.
Doggies up on the Steel Line scoreboard. Nugent got it down. Wilson flicked it over his head. Ellis going through. Left foot. Fraser's got it. There's the first for the Maggies. And they trail by a point. So 8 playing 7 on the Steel Line scoreboard. The Maggies get their first goal.
Yeah, it was a fantastic snap across the body then from Fraser Ellis, playing on the wing this year. And I feel like he's really established himself as one of the top line wingmen of the comp. He runs all day. He's a beautiful ball user and showing then his finishing ability. So, yeah, terrific reply then by Wangaratta. But I think we're in for a really tight contest. I think early on, Charlie Morrison and Tommy O'Sullivan down back have been really strong for the doggies, and just going back to Brandon Parkin as well. Look, he debuted last year against the Magpies down at the Normans and kicked 2 on debut. So it's good to see Parko getting a run in the ones this year. He played in the Interleague this season and kicked a goal as well and played really well. So he's a good up and coming talent for the Dogs.
Yeah, good young player, and Wodonga have started well. However, they are a little bit too methodical down back. I think they just got to get on the boot in this sort of weather, and then they can get their free flowing game.
Exactly right.
Forward to centre, I think Benny
Couldn't agree more.
Is the key for Wodonga. But good reply from Wang.
Yeah, we're hoping for a close contest. The Wodonga Bulldogs 6-3, fourth on the O&M table. The Magpies 8-1, sitting second. Here's Tom O'Sullivan inside 50. Beautiful to Hudson Garoni. Good footy, Dan Vaccaro.
That was fantastic, and that was all to do with their ruckman, Zach Nugent. And he was brilliant in that contest. Picked the ball up. From last time when I've watched him play, he's improved a little bit. Big Zachy Nugent. If he can play a role for Wodonga in the ruck, that's really going to help their clearance game. They've had 3 clearances already, Wodonga, so really good start. And Huddy, this is definitely in his wheelhouse.
Yeah, one of the doggies' favourite sons was such a star in the VFL, and he has got that one. So Hudson Garoni gets his first for the day, and the doggies lead 14-7 on the Steel Line scoreboard.
Yeah, it was a fantastic finish then by Garoni, and we're not surprised at all up here. He's a class act, and he was fantastic last week as well. I think he ended up with the 6 goals, and yeah, no, there's a reason why he's sitting at the top of the Doug Strang leaderboard, and it's with accuracy like that. I think Wodonga have been crying out for a target over the years, and I think he's just straightened it up. And look, I think it's probably off the back of Wodonga's form has been having just a genuine key forward to kick 2.
Yeah, he's a super player, Huddy Garoni.
Ben Tallarico, special comments for the Newmarket Hotel this afternoon. Now here's Kennett going down low. Spiteri did well not to take him in a high tackle. Off the ground goes Brad Melville. Ball smack bang in the middle of Martin Park. Noah Bradshaw working away at bootlace level. Marjanovic taken by Jack O'Sullivan. Ball heading out towards the wing on the far side. Ellis, nice work from him. Jackson Clark spits it back to Fraser. Here he goes. Links up beautifully with Kennett. And now Lockie Kennett has some time to sum up the situation. Into the pocket, guess who? Charlie Morrison with a fist to it. Ball out of bounds. So around about 35 around from goal. Elm Street end, 2-2-14. The Dogs up over the Wang Magpies 1-1-7, thanks to Steel Line.
Yeah, he started superbly. Charlie Morrison, he's had the 3 disposals, but he's intercepted probably 2 or 3 contests as well.
Dan Vaccaro, thanks to 40 Winks. Nugent playing in the ruck. Here's Mapleson. Jack Mapleson gets the second for the Maggies. A terrific goal. 14 plays 13. Doggies up by a point.
Yeah, terrific forward craft around stoppage then by, I reckon it was Maxie Bean who just little tap in there to advantage to release Mapleson. And yeah, he's been a fantastic recruit. Probably a little bit stiff down in your top 5 recruits, but like having obviously Joel Stevens and Tyson Young in there, it couldn't be a top 5 with 3 players from the same club. But yeah, Jack's been fantastic. I think his breakaway speed's been the thing that stood out to me the most this year.
I'm not going to lie, completely forgot about him. So he has been, shout out to Maxi, he has been a super recruit, and this is a really good reply. It's not really wet where the footy is. There's been a couple of stoppages here and there, but for the most part, it's been really free-flowing.
Yeah.
So this is a really interesting watch. Wang seem to have their forward craft on when they get it there. Wodonga seem to be sort of owning the battle around the ground, but it's a really, really even contest.
We might go around the grounds very shortly,
Yes.
Dan, too, for Ray White Wodonga, and just catch up and see what's happening. Of course, our other broadcast game today is between the Rovers and the Melford Alpine Saints down at WJ Finlay. That one on our sister station, 102.1 Edge FM. Back here at Martin Park, it's the Doggies by 1 point. 1 point, I should say, over the Maggies. 14 playing 13, thanks to Steel Line. Far side of the ground, heading towards the chalk. And it has gone out of bounds. Rightio, Dan, we'll go around the grounds.
Yeah, around the grounds. Obviously, the games are starting around the countryside. So North Albury, 9 plays Corowa, yet to score 0. Don't have a score yet for Rovers Myrtleford. Aubrey 0 to Yarras 8. And Lovey 12 to Wodonga Raiders 1.
Very good. As they spin it out. Now here's Ellis. Left foot along the ground. Bean on half forward for the Maggies. The bottom of the pack. And the umpire looks like he wants it. He let it go for a fair while there. And there will be a stoppage. How are you seeing the first term play out, Penny?
Yeah, it's been really, really even. And there's some really good matchups. I think Liam Andrews has got the job on Tyson Young for Wodonga, which then allows Charlie Morrison to free up. And you would have thought that that Charlie'd be the one that would go to Tyson, but they're clearly backing Liam in.
Chris Knowles sends it inside 50. Elm Street end for the Black and White Army. Tilly, great spot up. Picks up Marjanovic. And they'll have a shot from 30 out directly in front, Elm Street end.
Yeah, fantastic vision. And from a coaching perspective, you always ask that of your players is to look to the corridor when you're hard up against the boundary instead of having a low percentage shot. So fantastic skill execution then by Big Tills. And this is going to give them a very, very good opportunity to go ahead here, the Pies.
Yeah, super player, Aiden Tilly. He can play defence, he can play forward, and he's going to be a handful today up there for Wang.
Here goes Braden Marjanovic, one of the Maggies players that sits on the fringe, and he's done a good job with that one. No mistake from Braden. So they get their third goal of the game. The Maggies, 19 plays 14. Thanks to Steerline, they lead.
Yeah, just starting to really get their game in order. I think Wang, their potency going inside forward 50, like they've kicked 3 goals from 5 entries. So when they get it there, it's been really, really good. And the clearance battle, I think, is pretty even. 3 clearances apiece from both teams, and some of the players getting their hands on it. For Wodonga, Charlie Morrison's had the 4 disposals. He's probably been Wodonga's best down in defence. Jack O'Sullivan, Noel Spiteri, Matt Wilson, all with multiple disposals as well. Harrison Hewitt's only touched the ball twice. Jackson Clark twice, and Joel Stevens has had the 3 disposals as well on the 40-wing stat sheet. Lukey.
Very good, Dan. This is what we want, boys, don't we? Like, plenty of scoring. We've got 5 goals.
Yep.
We're only at the 15-minute mark, and we've got 5 different goal scorers, Spenny. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's exactly what we want, especially on conditions like today. It's easy for it to be a bit of a slog and a defensive snooze fest, but we've got the opposite of that today, so the game started brilliantly.
Back in the middle, Nugent going up against Hayden. Yes, Tom O'Sullivan tries to break away, but he can't. In fact, it's Thompson in the ruck at the moment. So here he goes, Jack. Hayden gets his hands to it first. Here's Matt Soroczynski breaking away. Right foot down towards the 50-metre arc. Spiteri. Smart gets a fist over the top. And the ball back over the chalk. About 60 around from goal. Hospital end.
Yeah, Jack O'Sullivan on the 40-wing stat sheet. He started well. He's had a good season. 22 disposals. He's going to be the main one for Wodonga today, I think, in the midfield. He's had 4 disposals so far. He's averaging 23 a game. He's wet weather player, Lukey.
19 playing 14. Maggie's up over the Doggies thanks to Steerline. First term for A-grade Alls and Battery. Stevens worked it out the back to Roberts. Now Melville, here he goes, Brad, down towards centre wing, far side of the ground. Morrison tried to juggle the footy behind his back. Tilly with it. Ball back over the chalk. So a cool day. Not freezing here, Benny, but the rain has stopped for the moment.
Not freezing, but I'm glad I'm up in the box.
I was going to say, it's cold enough, Luke.
Yeah.
And just on the matchups as well, looks like Harry Smart's got the job on Noel Spiteri today, so that's going to be a really good battle to watch.
He's a good player, Harry Smart.
He is, yep.
Melville on the boot, high one to the arc of the 50. Elm Street and Morrison. Tilly went up. Gee, that's a good contest. Ending up with it, Isaac O'Neill. Roll one along the ground by boot to Soroczynski. Up the line they go. Back over the chalk. How are those inside 50s looking, Dan? Thanks to 40 wings.
It's reasonably even at the moment, Lukey. 5 inside 50s for Wangaratta, 4 for Wodonga.
Hymus went up high. Morrison, geez, getting his hands on the footy. He just hacks it out of defence. Sitting under it is Tom O'Sullivan. Good player, this guy. Sees his brother Jack. So they want the corridor. Here they go. Now Gill, he's on this side. And Riley's about to balance up, sends it inside 50. Hudson Garoni, nice work. Just to edge Barrett under the footy, and Hudson's taken the mark at the hospital end.
How good is that ball movement from Wodonga? Yeah. In the wet, being able to shift the lanes, get an open side, and give Huddy Garoni a genuine one-on-one. And we all know, if Huddy Garoni's got a one-on-one, and he's got ball drop, it's almost game over, isn't it? Like, he's just too good in the air.
He's only 25 years old, Hudson Garoni. He's got so much good footy ahead of him. Look at that. Picture perfect. He gets another one, Hudson Garoni, and the Doggies hit the front. 20 plays 19, thanks to Steerline.
I'll be honest, I'm worried about that matchup, to be honest. I don't think Cam Barrett's the right matchup for Huddy. I understand they're trying to put Aiden Tilly forward in the absence of Xavier Laverty, but I'd almost start thinking about Aiden Tilly going reinforcement down back and Jackson Clark maybe swinging forward and being more of a presence down there. But I just think if we don't get enough entries and find Huddy, it's not Cam Barrett's prototype, is it? He's at half-back. I'm just not sure about the matchup.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. I think that's something that Wang are going to have to look at potentially changing up.
Yeah, 2 goals early. I think it's 2-1 for Hudson Garoni. And Dan, I think you had him at number 2 in your top recruits for the year.
Yep. Mitch Hardy number 1 and Hardy very close in number 2.
Very good. Umpire giving a free kick to Stevens being held inside 50 now. Players go up. Burke gets a double fisted to it. Ball rolling towards the chalk on the far side. White tie Tour sees it out in front of Nick Stevens. So about 40 around from goal. Opening term. We'll go back around the grounds very shortly for Ray White Wodonga. We're at Martin Park. Round 10. On-M action. Dan Vaccaro, Ben Tallarico and Luke Francis calling for Border Bandag. Here's Knowles. Second attempt brought down. Ball being ricocheting around. Noel Bradshaw left foot gets one out of the pack. Here's Ellis. Fraser. And he just jams it in there hoping for a Maggie to mark it. And there is a mark from Jackson Clark. An elite body and paint mark of the day.
Yeah, it's fantastic by Jackson coming back with the flight then. Nothing but eyes for the football and was able to drift back across from the half-forward line and take a really good contested mark. Just going back as well, boys, in terms of the matchups, I think the reason why Cam's having to play a bit taller today on Hudson Garoni is because no Michael Bordenyoung today for the Pies. So that's a massive out for them, and that's going to be really, really interesting to see how that goes.
Quite the footballer, this guy. Jackson Clark, 25 out, directly in front, Elm Street end. He doesn't miss those. Jackson Clark gets the Pies' 4th goal, and 25 plays 20. They lead over the Dogs on the Steel Line scoreboard.
Yeah, we know how good of a player Jackson Clark is. He's just an absolute superstar, and when he goes forward, it's very, very dangerous. So around the grounds as well for Ray White Wodonga. Albury, concerning start. 0 goals, 0 plays 3 goals, 2-20 Yarrawonga. So
I tip Yarra.
It's not a good start for Albury. Lavington 19 to Raiders 7. And North Albury 1-3-9 plays Coral 1 straight 6.
7 goals here at Martin Park. 4 to the Pies, 3 to the Dogs. We've got a 5-point margin with the Maggies up. Hudson Garoni, the only dual goal kicker at the current time. Here's Ainsworth in the centre of the ground, and he goes with a left foot high one. Now where's Garoni? Got hands to it. Ball back on ground level. Hudson spits it out the side. Tom O'Sullivan breaks away. He'll get another one.
Wow.
Left foot. Geez, a good player.
Very good player, very good quarter.
Yep, that's a Sanjan goal of the day from Tom O'Sullivan.
Yeah,
wowzers.
That was awesome, wasn't it, Luke? Benny? That was great, Crummy. And again, the forward craft by Huddy was awesome. Then when the ball came to ground, he was just like a small, picked it up, handballed it off, and they made no mistake. Tom O'Sullivan is a very, very underrated player, Benny.
Oh, I couldn't agree more with you, Dan. He's probably best on ground at the moment. He's kicked 2 goals. He's had some massive moments, and he's probably started a lot of their offensive chains. That one that ended up with Huddy, it's all started with Jack on the far wing side. So he's had a fantastic impact to start this game, and Wang are going to have to really address their matchups because right now he's running a riot.
Coming up towards the 23-minute mark in the opening term for NZ.
What rain, Lukey? Let's dry weather footy out there.
It is.
It's really, really good to watch.
It's very entertaining, and we probably shouldn't be surprised, should we? Top 4 teams. Here's Hewitt. Harry to Oscar Roberts. Right foot down towards half forward. Ball bouncing towards the chalk in front of Stevens, and it goes out of bounds. So we will have a boundary throw in, about 60 around from goal. Elm Street end, young lady coming in to throw this ball back into play. Hello to you, wherever you may be tuned in this afternoon on 1494 2AY, or whether you're catching the pictures on the live stream, thanks to Snapprint Solutions. Dougie doing some great work on the camera, and that one's gone out of bounds on the full. So the Dogs to get it through Isaac O'Neill.
Got to fetch his own ball, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He does. This is the way it is. Push footy, Benny.
Yeah.
So it's coming back to Charlie Morrison. What a servant he's been of this footy club. Charlie. And a long one. Out of defence. Tyson Young goes up. Tom O'Sullivan has been superb in the first quarter to Wilson. Weaving through traffic. Low ball. Spiteri, look at that for a pickup. And he gets it out the back. Now here's Jet Cassidy running onto the footy. Grossman's got him. Cam Barrett with a chance now to mop up. Paddy Wright on the boot for the Maggies. Sends it up in the air. Tyson Young makes it. So they're on half back. At the moment, they trail by 1 point. It's the Doggies 4-2-26 to 4-1-25, thanks to Steel Line. Working up towards quarter time. We're going close to 25 minutes for NZ. Morrison on a half back now for the Dogs. diving in with Stevens. Ball wrapped up here. And again, we'll have a stoppage.
Yeah, some good ball winners. Charlie Morrison, we've talked about 7 disposals. Tom O'Sullivan has been super. He would have had at least 8 disposals so far in the quarter as well.
Umpire sends it up in the air. Knowles tried to get it. Wilson had a swipe at it. Ball squeezed out. Back over the chalk. Yeah, Benny, so a high-scoring first quarter, which is exactly what we want. Surely they can't keep going at this rate.
Yeah, it's been fantastic to start with, and I've been impressed by how both teams are moving the football. I feel like it's just not long down the line. It's very methodical, and they've been able to pierce its way through each other, so it's been great to watch.
So Parkin coming out for the Dogs. Now, free kick's been given away by the umpire. It is going to the maroon and white. Is he going to call this back? Yes, he is. Yeah. So 60 out from goal, the man on the mark will be. It's coming right back to Parkin. So Brandon, can he pick someone out inside 50? There's not much space back there. He goes short. That was good to Noah Bradshaw. He's worked his way right up the ground. Can't be far off the quarter time siren. First turn for A-grade oils and batteries. Now Noah's winding up. Now he's kicking it to the hot spot. Garoni winding up and marks it uncontested in front of Chris Knowles.
Jeez. No, I think it's a move that Wang are definitely going to have to make, because right now, I don't think he was even marked then, Dan. He had a full run and jump of that football. So it's just not a matchup that's favouring Wang at the moment. And Huddy's been able to absolutely wreak havoc in this first quarter for the Doggies. So yeah, I think Wang are going to have to throw things around. Wouldn't be surprised if Tilly does go back behind the football and they look to potentially play either Jackson Clark or Tyson Young as a deep forward. So a fantastic finish then, boy.
Hudson Garoni's kicked 3 in the opening term. The Doggies have started well. We've got a good game on our hands on OMFNL Live, Mr. Vaccaro.
He's a superstar, Huddy. And it's just not the matchup. Cam Barrett, he obviously lost Huddy at the back of that contest, and then Huddy just got that run and just read the ball better, and basically it was uncontested mark in the end. So he's just a force to be reckoned with at the moment, and unfortunately just Cam Barrett's is not the matchup for him.
Dogs lead by 7 points, 5-2-32 to 4-1-25. Back in the centre of John Flower Oval at Martin Park on a Saturday afternoon on OMFNL Live. Knowles quickly rushed out of the middle by Boot to half forward for the Maggies. Morrison brought down in a strong tackle by McClunan.
Geez, Tom O'Sullivan's been good. We talked about Huddy then. That clearance was all Tom O'Sullivan again. So he has been Wodonga's best.
Ball up. Nugent and also Chris Knowles. Soroczynski on the boot. He hooked it around his body. Now there's Blake Jorgensen. We see him for our first time today.
Yeah, we're not seeing Adam Jorgensen, though. He was obviously the laid out for
I think so, yeah. Yep, he was named, I think, first emergency on the final team sheet.
Bradshaw, Tyson Young. Yeah, so watch out for that. We've got Blake Jorgensen and Guernsey number 6 making his first grade debut for Wodonga. Adam Jorgensen, it seems like he is the laid out 22 for the maroon and white. So one Jorgensen for another today, Benny.
Yeah, exactly right. They look pretty similar too, don't they, Dan?
Yeah, they do. They're very short, which is rich, but it's true.
Accurate. But it's true.
Very accurate.
We're going over 28 in the opening term. 32 playing 25. Bulldogs up by 7. Now, there's a lot of players around the stoppage there. Here's Marjanovic. Tried to clear it out. Nice work. Stevens. He's about to send it in for the Maggies. Burke down there on a one-on-one with Tilly, and Aiden wins out. That's going to be a great contest to watch, Ben Tellerico.
Yeah, just too strong. Obviously, Ruben's a young fella, and he's still building his body, and Aiden just used all of his upper body strength then to get rid of Ruben and take a really strong mark on his chest. So this would be a fantastic reply for the Pies and pin it back to the 1 point. So, yeah, we've had a fantastic quarter to start, haven't we, guys?
We certainly have. Aiden Tilly had a shot from here earlier in the quarter, which he converted for a minor score. Can he kick a major here? Yes, he can. He's done well. So there's the Pies' 5th. Both teams have kicked 5 goals each, and as Ben Tellerico said, the margin now back to 1 point. The Doggies lead.
Aiden Tilly, he's going to be a handful for Wodonga. Is that his second, or was that his actual first?
Oh, his second. His first goal.
Yep.
Second mark inside 50.
Yeah, he has taken 2 marks inside 50, so he's going to be a real handful. We'd love to see a shootout today. Huddy up one end, Aiden Tilly up the other.
It could be, but it's going to be interesting as to like what Wayne going to do to try and stifle the influence of Hudson Garoni. I'm not too sure who else could go back there. Obviously, Tilly would probably make the most sense, but He's playing
too
really
good up
well
forward.
up forward. So, it's going to be interesting to see what the Wayne coaching group do after the break.
And the rain setting in now. So, man in green about to send it up. Should be very close to the break here. Knowles tried to flick it. Bradshaw got brought down. Hewitt. Here's Ainsworth. And he sends it forward. Tumbling ball inside 50. Barrett trying to get a double fister. Garoni, beautiful tap. Parkin spits it out the side. Knowles Batiri tries to spin around. Lost his footing. Gets back on his feet. He's brought down.
Wow.
And the ball is going to go to the Magpies.
I thought he kicked that.
He definitely kicked it. So that's an interesting call by the umpire.
Yeah, Paddy Wright to get the kick. Back pocket. Hospital end. Goes with about a 40-metre one. Bradshaw went over his head. Knowles gets it to Hewitt. And Harry just boots it up towards half forward. Here's Aidan Tilley. Spits a hand pass out the back. Stevens. And there is the siren to bring quarter time at John Farrell Oval, Martin Park, in this round 10 top 4 clash between the Doggies and the Magpies. And at the first break, it is the Wodonga Bulldogs leading by 1 point, 5-2-32 to Wangaratta's 5-1-31. The first term was for A-grade oils and batteries. We'll be back very shortly. This is O&M Live. And remember, on
SS&A, this is your place.
All right. I love you. Have a good shift.
The all-new Nissan Navara, built for the grid shift.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shorty get inspired. How about that? How about that? This time, shorty get.
Explore where your new home begins. Discover our designs. Discover local land. Discover what's possible. Visit Sundancer Homes' new sales centre and showroom at 482 Kiowa Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
No one celebrates life like you do. At Tobin Brothers Funerals, we're here to help you celebrate the life of your loved one, your own special way. Tobin Brothers Funerals, celebrating lives.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
This goes out to all the athletes, the fitness buffs, and the huff and puffs. On your marks, get set. Find your perfect fit at the athlete's foot.
Carpool in a minibus from Avis. Avis.com.au.
OMFNL Live on 2AY.
Yeah, welcome back to John Flower Oval, Martin Park, and very entertaining first term here. I'll tell you what, didn't we have some scoring? At the moment, it is the Doggies up by a point over the Maggies. Dan, we'll get our Hotondo Homes quarters best for the opening term.
Yeah, thanks, Lukey. For Wodonga, it's none other than Tom O'Sullivan. He has been the best player on the ground by a country mile, and there's a player that's kicked 3 goals. So what does that tell you? He has been awesome. He would have had probably 4 or 5 clearances that quarter for Wodonga's 8 clearances they had. He's had 10 disposals, and he's kicked 2 goals. He is at the ultimate quarter, Tom O'Sullivan. So he has been super, and that shout-out to Huddy as well. He's been excellent. He's kicked 3 goals, and he's given Wang all sorts of headaches because Cam Barrett's got the match up on him, and it's looking a bit ominous at the moment. So that one there is one to watch. And for Wangaratta, Aiden Tilley looks like their most dangerous player up forward, that's for sure. And also Jackson Clark, when he goes forward, he looks dangerous. He took that big mark and kicked a goal as well. So a couple of really good standouts that quarter, Lukey.
Great work, Dan. So the Doggies 5-2-32, leading the Pies 5-1-31. Dan, we'll go around the grounds and just see what we've got for round 10. Now, my goodness, we've got some interesting scores here.
Oh, already. It would only be quarter time for the grounds around the country, but there's already some interesting scores. So Bunton Park, North Albury, 2-6-18, plays Cora Rutherglen 1 straight 6. WJ Finlay Oval, Murderford have the jump on Rovers. So Wangaratta Rovers 1-2-8, plays Murderford 6-2-38. So look out there. Wang Rovers is getting bored. I don't know. We'll find out.
That's what they do.
They are so good. And then at Albury Sports Ground, the woes keep going for Albury. 0-0 to Yarrawonga's 3-5-23. So Yarrawonga jumped out of the blocks there.
Wow.
And Lavington Sports Ground, she pretty close. It's Lavi 3-1-19, plays Wodonga Raiders 1-8-14. So they've had all the play Raiders and they haven't converted. Frustrating.
Okay, very interesting. So we're not far off going here in the second term between the Doggies and the Maggies. It is for Avis Albury. Now, Ben Tallarico left the box and went down to the huddles at quarter time. So we'll see what Benny has to say when he does return to the box.
He's made a detour, I think.
Oh, I think he has. He might have gone to the
smelt some
canteen.
Dim Sims or something. I don't know, Benny.
Okay. Very interesting trivia piece too. If you did miss it, Adam Schneider, the coach of the Lavington Panthers, played reserves footy for Lavington today with his son, Kobe Schneider. So how good's that? Rightio. We're back underway here in the second term. Stevens goes inside 50. Hospital end. Tilley. He's claimed by Burke, and the umpire is going to take it. So we'll have a stoppage here, close to the 50-metre line.
Yep. And Joel Stevens, he started the game well. 6 disposals for him.
He certainly has. He's playing in 45 today. Here goes Tyson Young. Long for home. Hospital end. It's hit the post. Yep. Into the woodwork.
Wow. We haven't seen a whole lot of him today yet, Tyson Young. That, I know it hit the post, but could be the fire starter there. He looks dangerous around the contest.
Scores back level. Here's Matt Wilson from the fullback position. Outside 50. And Isaac O'Neill has it. So defensively, they're about 40 out from their own goal. Hospital end. He's been called to play on, just adjacent to the scoreboard. Down towards centre wing on the far side. Tyson Young through his hands, rolling towards the paint. Ball out of bounds. Rightio, Benny Tallarico is back in the box now for the Newmarket. What did you hear, Benny, at quarter time?
Yeah, I went over to the Wang huddle and just had a listen to Jace Heatley, and yeah, he identified Tommy O'Sullivan and Cohen Ainsworth as two of their biggest link men and blokes that were really contributing to their ball movement. So told that Wang had to pay a bit more respect to those two boys and just to the forwards as well, to be a little bit more conscious of Charlie Morrison and just not letting him roll off and intercept as well as he did in the first quarter.
Here goes Stevens. And he goes long down the line. That one, was it already out of bounds? I think it was before he kicked it. So we'll have another boundary throw in right of centre wing, far side. Dan, our marks inside 50, are we taking those?
Yeah, marks inside 50, 3 to Wodonga, all from Huddy. And then Wangaratta have taken the 3 as well.
Great work. We're just mentioning in our pre-game, feeling for the girls behind us out on the netball courts, wet conditions. Playing on the bitumen, boy, gee, you got to be careful.
Oh,
Dan,
God, yeah. I'm happy I'm not doing that, Lukey, and I don't think anyone needs to see that anyway. But
I don't want to see a netball dress, Dan.
No.
Okay, boundary throw in. Chris Knowles, Jack O'Sullivan into the contest. Stevens all over it. Knowles goes again. Chris tried to get it on his boot, a short one. Must have just gone the required distance to Brad Melville. I reckon that's gone 10, Dan.
Generous.
Yeah, absolutely. But Knowles, he's a superstar, isn't he?
Here goes Brad. Sends it forward. Burke. Whistle. Which way is this one going?
It's going to go...
What's that signal for?
I've got no idea.
Never seen that in my life.
What's that? Is that the too strong signal? Or what are we doing?
Well, he had his arms crossed, didn't he, the umpire?
Yeah.
Quite an odd one.
I honestly don't understand that.
Makes it for an interesting contest. There goes Ollie Greenhill back into the corridor. Chris Knowles. Here's Nico Stevens. He's been in form in recent weeks. The former Chiltern Swan. Anderson. Mark goes on the boot. Inside 50 for the Pies. Strong contest. Gets out the back. Mapleson tries to scoop on the footy. Or high, was that on Tilly?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. So Waden will receive the ball. Now, usually with a dry footy, Benny, you'd back him in from here. I think he'll still make the distance, though. Having said that, Aiden, you'll have to probably kick it every bit of 50.
Yeah, I think distance-wise should be fine. It's probably just the accuracy piece. So, what would you say, Lukey? What, a bit worse than a 45-degree angle, I reckon? Yeah.
We only know one angle in footy, don't we?
It's always 45.
Yeah. Beyond that, we got no idea. So here goes Aiden. Hospital End. I reckon that's pretty good. Oh, dearie me. Another poster.
Letting them off the hook here, Wang. They've been super potent going forward. They've kicked 5 goals from 8 entries. So that's really good going there from Wangaratta. Every time they go forward, they seem to threaten the scorers.
Dogs springing out of defence. Pies up by 1 point at the moment. 5-3-33. Plays 5-2-32. Thanks to CMV Truck and Bus. Free kick going the way of the Maggies. Here's Chris Knowles. Centre wing on the broadcast side.
Starting to run on top of the ground, Knowlesy. He's playing well.
Gee, has a go, this guy. And he sends it forward. Oh, big fist over the top from Charlie Morrison. Wilson tied up by Kennett. And again, we'll have a stoppage.
He's the one that hasn't been unleashed yet. Matt Wilson, he's just sort of hovering around. He's had the 4 disposals, so
been quiet to
look out for improvement from him.
Yeah.
Jack O'Sullivan, nice work to Gill on the boot. Here's Thompson. Ainsworth, good front and centre, off to Matt Wilson. And a torpy going forward, Grossman. Well done by Matt. And he holds up in defence for the Maggies. Little indecisive, comes this way to Kennett. Well done by the Doggies to get back and cause a contest. Jack O'Sullivan wanting the line now. Here's Cooper Garoni. Ball's gone out of bounds just right of the Gordon Strang grandstand. Yep. Got a good little crowd in here, Dan.
It is very nicely packed, and that was a good spoil there by brother of Huddy, Cooper Garoni as well. So a great man, the Garoni family. So Cooper's a good man.
Fellow podiatrist, Cooper.
He is.
Shout out for that.
Noah Bradshaw.
Is that a cult that you guys all love, is it? Podiatrist cult.
Just a profession.
Your own little mafia, Benny.
Yeah, the feet mafia.
Yeah. Second term for Avis Albury here on OMFNL Live, 1494 2AY. Hope you're enjoying the action. We've had a lot of scoring, or did have, in the first quarter, so we're hoping that continues for the duration of the game. Here's Tyson Young hooking it around his body. Hayden winding up at the back, takes it.
Good mark.
Well done by Matt over Gill. Now he wants to play on quickly. Hewitt. Oh, how did he get out of that?
Wow.
Tom O'Sullivan and Wilson, well, I thought I had him hemmed in. Now Hymas is being held, and he'll take the free kick for the Doggies in defensive 50, Benny.
Yeah, that was a big matchup, one-on-one matchup with Jackson Clark. So young Jai's done very well in that regard. But yeah, that was fantastic by Harry Hewitt. He just parted the seas, didn't he?
Yeah, time stopped for him.
And the one thing I love about both teams is they're still trying to go through the middle, just like this now, which is great.
Nugent got it away to Bradshaw. Can he break the tackle of Stevens? Play goes on. He goes back for it, Noah. Well done by Blake Jorgensen to Nico Stevens. Here's Gill. Turns it over. Marjanovic. Maggie's on the rebound. Stevens. Look at that. Got out of the tackle. Couldn't get out of the next. So you might say that's a team holding the ball, Benny.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, no, it was fantastic pressure then by the Dogs, and their pressure's been really good today. It's been a great contest to start the game. I've been really impressed with it.
It has. The game's got really everything, doesn't it? It's got high pressure. It's got free-flowing football at times as well, and both teams looking to go through that quickest entry point into their 50 by going through the middle as well. So it's a really good watch from both sides.
Pies up by 1 point over the Doggies on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. We're gone 7 in the second term for NZ. Tom O'Sullivan, geez, playing a game. Was that high? No, the umpire's going to take a good decision.
Yeah, good call.
So he'll take it. So we've got a ball up, about 70 from home, Elmer Street end. Knowles, nice tap to Marjanovic. Braden on the boot. Charlie Morrison wins front spot. Good work in front of McLernan.
And that's exactly what Jace Heatley was talking about at quarter time. He needs more of a contest from his forwards to stop Charlie having such an impact with the intercept game.
Dan, how many for Tom O'Sullivan now, thanks to 40 weeks?
He's had 13 and kicked 2 goals, Lukey. He's absolutely dominating this affair.
Yeah, so at the moment he will feature in the Revel Fitness Player of the Day.
Oh, he's got it. We're going to take it off him.
Give it to him now, you reckon, at half time. Here's Ainsworth trying to break through. Nice work out the back to Jet Cassidy. They get a forward entry, Elm Street end. Garoni down low, sliding on hands and knees. Barrett gets shoved across the line. The umpire says that's okay. We'll have a boundary throw in.
It looks like they've made an adjustment there. I think Grosman was then checking Huddy Garoni then, so they might have switched things around then, the Pies.
We'll go back around the grounds very shortly when we get a break. Ball inside 50. Along the ground, Wilson brought to ground by Oscar Roberts. Cooper Garoni, he's held in. So we might just wait, Dan, because we're close to goal down here, but Dan Vaccaro giving some very interesting scores at quarter time from round 10 in the O&M. Here's Jack O'Sullivan. I can just see in the background, Noel Spiteri's in a bit of trouble here, Benny.
Yeah, I don't know if he just copped a stray elbow or arm to the head. Then he was grabbing his nose, so yeah, he might have just copped a accidental one there. I don't think anything would have been done intentionally, knowing Harry Smart. He's not that sort of a player, so yeah, just must have caught one. And on a cold day like today, you definitely feel it.
Oh yeah, Avis Aubrey. That's who we're doing the second term for. Good swipe out by Thompson in the ruck. Ball back at bootlace level. Melville on the boot. Jet Cassidy's going to send it back inside 50 though for the Doggies. Soroczynski couldn't quite mark it. Grossman just sweeps on the footy and sends it out wide here. So they're skirting the outer side. Les Cheesley Oval side of the ground, and the ball's gone out of bounds just right of centre wing, and this gives us an opportunity to go around the grounds for Ray White-Wodonga.
Yes, it is for Ray White-Wodonga. North Albury 24 to Cora Rutherglen 7. Wang Rovers 15 to Murderford 51, which is huge at the moment. Albury still yet to kick a major, 0 goals 2 to Yarrawonga's 30.
Gee.
And Lavington 1 point up against Wodonga Raiders 21 to Raiders 20.
Wow,
Wodonga Raiders kicked 2 goals 8.
Oh, wow, really?
It's all happening in the O&M.
Look out.
It is all happening.
It does not disappoint this league, boys.
No.
It does not. And the Maggies up by a point here at Martin Park. 5-3-33 to the Doggies, 5-2-32. We've gone 10 in a second, thanks to NZ. Contest on the far side is heading back over the line, this one. Yep. Rightio, Dan, we'll get our leading possession getter for each team, thanks to 40 wins.
Yeah, as mentioned before, Tommy O'Sullivan, he's been fantastic. He's had 13 disposals, kicked 2 goals. He's probably been their main accumulator in the midfield. And Joel Stevenson, Wangaratta, he has had the 8 disposals. So not huge ball getters yet for Wang, but they're playing some good footy.
Cohen Ainsworth, this guy's just getting better each and every week,
yeah,
Benny.
I couldn't agree more, and I've been really impressed with his hard running efforts today. I feel like he covers the ground super well and puts in so much effort. So he's a terrific wingman and up-and-coming superstar, I reckon Cohen is.
Jet Cassidy to half forward. Jack O'Sullivan, ball out of bounds. So again, another stoppage. We expected this, though, being a wet day. So this slowed right up over there. Is this going to be a free kick? What's happening? Oh, the boundary umpires.
The boundary umpire's just...
That's a bit of a stitch-up. There's a boundary umpire in the pocket here.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a stitch-up.
Sorted out,
yeah.
Lukey.
Just doing inside forward 50.
He's finally trotted down there. So back into play. Jack O'Sullivan trying to bore his way through. Blake Jorgensen in there. Melville on the boot. Here's Ellis. And now to Tom O'Sullivan. Out the side they come. Ollie Greenhill. He wants Ainsworth in the middle. Well done. Now Barrett picked it up on the rebound. They send it to McCloonan over the top. Here's Tyson Young. He's got a free man out the side in Mapleson. Jack goes for home. Sends it up in the air. He's just missed it. It's come to the near side. So they have a 2-point lead, 34 plays 32. Maggie's up over the Doggies on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. We're in the second term.
Yeah, that was some good run and gun there from Wang. And the one positive about Cam Barrett going off Huddy is they get his run and kicking off halfback now all of a sudden. And we saw that on display just then.
Yeah, and his intercept game too.
Yeah.
He's fantastic at reading the footy in the air. So Wang will be really happy that can start to have a bit of an impact on the game.
Marjanovic, 65 out. Hospital end has taken the mark when the Doggies were coming out of defence. Now Braden just sends it in with the high ball. They get a good entry. Over the back it goes. Ellis trying to run onto it. Well done by Charlie Morrison to tap it to Greenhill. Tom O'Sullivan is on fire. How many now, Dan?
16.
Thanks to 40 Winks. Here's Matt Wilson. True centre half back for the Dogs, and they're on the move, and they want to fire it out wide. And they got Hudson Garoni a long way from home. Grossman couldn't quite stick the tackle. Huddy goes out wide. Well done. So they win it back, the Dogs, to Jet Cassidy. They've got to come right out the back of the contest to get some room. They go down towards half forward. Melville around his body. That ball must have been touched. Ball back over the chalk for a boundary throw-in.
Sorry, I made a mistake. He's at the 15, Tom O'Sullivan, but he's been on fire. 15 disposals and 2 goals. He's the best player on the ground by a mile.
What are you made of the second so far, Benny?
I feel like the ball movement's probably just stifled a little bit. It's not as free-flowing as what it was in the first quarter. It's a little bit more of an arm wrestle and a little bit more contest-based. So, look, at the moment, I still feel like both teams are moving it okay, but I think it's going inside 50. They haven't had the efficiency as they liked in the first quarter.
Maggie's up by 2 points on 14.94 2AY at Martin Park over the Doggies on a very cool day in round 10. Righto, Dan, we might go back around the grounds for Ray White Wodonga. How are they looking now, those scores?
Yeah, Albury have lost another one. So Yarrawonga 4-7-31 plays Albury 0 goals 3. So it's still all happening there at the Albury Sports Ground. Lavington 27 to Wodonga Raiders 20. They go a goal up, and Murderford 51 to Rovers 15 is huge.
That is enormous.
Here's Blake Jorgensen. Centre wing far side, and he turns around. He just thumps it forward. Smart going back with the flight for the Maggies. Grossman, geez, a good player. So reliable. Ellis, he's under pressure, gets away from the Spiteri tackle. And then Fraser goes with a long ball out to the outer side. The Dogs are going to come back, though. Ollie Greenhill. Eyes darting around. Can he find a Doggies Guernsey that's free? Here he goes, Ollie. And he winds it up, and he sends it in there. Garoni, fisted away by Grossman. Noah Spiteri on the boot with a good front and centre. Couldn't quite make good contact. Anderson, long ball out. Is this going out on the full? Jet Cassidy left it. So it is. So Jet Cassidy, they're peppering here the Dogs. They've got to try and make something of this. Inside 50, Hewitt to Smart, under pressure. Good hands, back to Harrison Hewitt. Stevens comes sliding in for the Dogs, trying to mark the footy. Play goes on. Umpire happy to let it go here. Bean outside 50. Burke puts it back inside 50 for the Dogs. Bouncing ball towards the pocket. Out of bounds, about 20 around from goal, Elm Street end.
Yeah, it's a really good contest at the moment. It's hard. It's both teams trying to go in, and the Wodonga forwards are moving pretty well at the moment. Noah hasn't had a whole lot of it, only the 4 disposals yet. So if he gets going, it could spell a bit of trouble for Wang.
Yeah, he's been well held by Harry Smart to start today. So
he's a super player.
Really good matchup. Yeah, just very honest, and he'll do a job. So he's been really good on a dangerous Spitzy.
Tyson Young trying to clear Maggie's defensive lines. Here's Gillo over the top to Jorgensen, taken down by Stevens. Holding the ball, the umpire said.
He's been good this quarter, Stevens.
Joel, big body player.
10 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet for Jolie. Good player.
And he comes this way.
We jinxed him.
Yeah, Hymus picked it off and read it beautifully in front of Jackson Clark. So here's Jai.
Brother of Ruben Burke.
Gee, they look alike, don't they? You like it? Junior clone. Here's Ruben Burke here on cue. Sends it up towards 50. Stevens nearly marked it for the Maggies. Kennett got it out to Barrett. On to Hayden. They're up by 2 points, the Maggies, on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. We're gone 16.5, second term, thanks to Wenshead. Here goes Matt Hayden. Burke winding up at the back, got hands to it. Couldn't quite take it in. Footy greasy. And holding the man free kick, and it's going to go to Liam Andrews. Comes this way to Matt Soroczynski. Second term for Abris Aubrey. Here goes Matt. Big shepherd on Riley Gill. Wow, I thought that was fair, Benny.
Yeah, it was.
So Chris Knowles and Riley Gill clashed. I thought it was quite a fair bump on Gill, but the umpires paid it as an off-the-ball free kick.
Yeah, I'm baffled by that. And I think Knowles is as well. He can't believe it. So, no, there was nothing wrong with that. It was a genuine good shepherd and didn't hit him high.
It's because of the size difference as well. The umpires have seen something at the corner of his eye.
Just assumed there was malice there. Yeah.
So in the meantime, Hudson Garoni's got the footy. He's kicking out his fourth to the Elm Street end. Gee, that's a good effort from there. Has that hit the post? I think it may have. Yep, so that's a behind as well. So back to 1 point. Maggie's up over the Dogs, thanks to CMV Truck and Bus. Couldn't agree more, Dan. It was a David versus Goliath contest here.
Completely fair by Knowlesy there. It was just a fair shepherd and shouldn't have been a free kick.
Yeah, he was bewildered. Kennett off to Harrison Smart. And here he goes. Long ball towards half forward. Clark gets up. Nearly takes the mark. B, and nice work to White Tie Tua. He's away out the back. They send it towards the goal square. Tilly up. Marjanovic. 2-on-1. Morrison fighting for dear life. Look at the guard dog. Oh, he's great. You'd love that, Dan.
That was awesome. He had a 2-on-1 there and was just able to get a hand in there to create a stoppage. He's a super defender, Charlie.
Yeah, desperation by the Dogs then. That's great.
15 out from goal. Hospital end. Here's Isaac O'Neill down on his haunches. Nice work to Cohen Ainsworth. Left foot. Didn't have much to go to there. Worked it towards Hudson Garoni. Spins out of trouble. Grossman's got him now. So he beat Matt the first time, not the second time. The Magpies waste no time. Matt Grossman deep to the pocket. It's a wide ball. Thought Jackson Clark was being held. Ball out of bounds. What are your thoughts, Benny? Thanks to the Newmarket.
Yeah, again, it's just become a little bit more scrappy, and I think it's just off the back of really good pressure around the football. So we haven't seen as much method in the ball movement. It's just been a lot of let's just take territory and try and get a bit of chaos ball going forward of the football. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this pans out, but it's been an even contest to start the game. Yeah,
it certainly has. Ben Tallarico, his special comments for the Newmarket Hotel. That super watering hole in Albury. Dan Vaccaro for 40 winks and Luke Francis calling for Border Bandag. We're in the second term. We're gone just over 19 for NZ. Cooper Garoni on half-back for the Dogs. They trail by a point at the moment. It is the Maggies, 34-33.
And I tell you what, just from a matchup point of view, Grossman on Huddy Garoni just looks so much more comfortable, doesn't
100%, it? 100%, yeah. That's been a great change by the Wayne coaches.
Wilson with Oscar Roberts after it. Oscar taken down by Matt Wilson, ball over the chalk.
Gee, I'll tell you what, Jack O'Sullivan's gotten busy this quarter. 9 disposals he's had, just in and under. He's suited to this sort of weather, so he's joining brother Tom in playing a really good game. 14 disposals for Jack O'Sullivan and 15 for Tom.
Great work, Dan. Young lady about to send this ball back into play. Right of centre wing, far side of John Flower Oval at Martin Park in Wodonga. Hope you're enjoying the action. There goes Stevens with a long ball. Morrison trying his heart out up against Tilly. Isaac O'Neill over the footy. Umpire letting it go, and he's going to take it in.
And just around the grounds for Ray White Wodonga Rovers have commenced the comeback, 27 now to 53 at WJ Finlay Oval. So just pegging it back, Rovers. They got bored. They're getting a bit bored. So
Aubrey yet to score, yet to kick a goal.
Yet to kick a goal. 5-31. Yarrawonga up.
Gee, there you go, hey. So the slow starts continue for the yellow and black. Well done by Paddy Wright, taking a good mark across half back for the Maggies, and he wants to retreat. They lose a bit of ground. Looking at the switch here through Tyson Young. Goes out to the far side of the ground. Wilson over the top with a fist. Oh, there's that signal again.
Yeah, arm chop, I think, that time. Yeah, but
looked like he did the old
blood rule.
The old blood rule.
Yeah. It's getting them mixed up, I feel.
Making some interesting signals out there, the umpies.
Oscar Roberts down towards half for good mark. So Morrison comes up the ground. This guy's such a great footballer. The doggies love him. And he sends it up towards centre wing. Young gets up high, couldn't claim the footy. Inside ball from Hudson Garoni. Cooper Garoni slipped over. He's at ground level, umpire to take it in.
Just like to see that from Huddy. He's got on his bike a little bit this quarter, so he's getting outside of that forward 50 and probably trying to give Spitzy a little bit of a look at it deep inside forward 50, so it's good forward craft by both them.
It is.
We had Dan Vaccaro's Ovens and Murray soccer team in our pre-game today with the World Cup theme. It was a beauty too. We'll have to get that up on the socials during the week. Here's Hewitt, right foot, sends it inside 50. Oh, slipping over was Mapleson. Now Ellis has a chance. He's pushed off the footy by Greenhill. Well done. Wins the contest. Nico Stevens. So they work it out by hand. Good skills from the doggies in the wet. Here goes Noah Bradshaw. Down towards half forward. Spiteri got one hand to it. Paddy Wright. He's playing a good game across half back. To Young. To Cam Barrett. Oh, look at this. Parkin had him. Umpire to take it in. Good call.
Yep, good.
That's a really good tackle by young Parkin, isn't it? Just wrapped his arms around Cam Barrett, who's not an easy target to take down, Lukey.
Yeah, you're right about that, Dan. Knowles, O'Neill, Cooper Garoni. Oh, look at the hands. Wow. From the Maggies, Hayden turns it over. Stevens goes after it. Nico on the boot. I like that. Just get it forward with a wet footy. Bouncing. Ball out of bounds, 50 around from home here, Elmer Street end.
I'll tell you what, there's enough mistakes and enough good passages to make this a really, really entertaining contest, isn't it? Both 100%. Teams are both trying to play their dry weather footy sort of game, and it's really easy to watch, Lukey.
Still 1 point in it, so 5-4-34 plays 5-3-33. Maggie's up over the Dogs at Martin Park. On the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. Second turn for Avis Aubrey. The Dogs with it. Greenhill inside, turns it over. Mapleson wants to shuffle it forward. Well done from Hymas to get a fist at centre half back and just spoil the contest. Harry Hewitt about to pick up the footy. Spits it out the side. Mapleson. Here he goes, Jack. Can he find a target inside 50? Good contest. Andrews. Liam on the boot. Left foot, pushes it out wide. So Matt Soroczynski on half back. Now they've got a man free. Here we go, Noah Bradshaw. He's got more space than an astronaut out there, and he gets it on his boot to Tom O'Sullivan. Inside 50. Well, just on the paint. Elmer Street end. And what can they do now? Tom O'Sullivan goes for home. Good effort. Yeah. And a fist to it. Ball's gone through for 1- score. Scores a level. It's the Doggies 34, Maggie's 34.
He just took too long then. I think he had a one-on-one there, Huddy, top of the goal square, and I don't know what he was waiting for, and he went there, but it gave time for the Wang defenders to go back and create a 3-on-1.
It was a 3-on-1 in the end, wasn't it? Yeah. So, just had to get on the boot and find that one-on-one, no hesitation, and that would have resulted in probably another mark to Huddy. So, time again, Tom O'Sullivan.
They come out of the back line, the Magpies. Jack O'Sullivan down low. He's been good in this term. How many now, Dan?
He's at his 11th this term. 16 for the game, Jack. He's
Stevens,
really digging in.
He's brought down. O'Sullivan goes again. Burke. Here goes Ruben on the boot. Nice kick. Was that out of bounds on the full? Matt Soroczynski saying no. Boundary umpire says yes.
Yeah. That's the important one. Whatever the boundary umpire says goes. So.
Tyson Young with the footy. Rightio, Dan. Are those Aubrey Tigers kicked the goal yet?
No, but Yarra have. 0 goals, 5 to Yarra Wonga, 6-8-44. Wow.
And it's being played at the Aubrey Sports Ground.
Wow.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it?
Well, we can talk about that at halftime.
Yeah, well, when I was... Yeah, no, I think that's a great point. The only reason why I tipped Yarrawonga is because they had Will Reinhold back in the lineup from VFL duties, and we know what sort of a player he is, Lukey, so clearly added a nice little boost for the Pigeons.
Yeah, well done, Betty. Of course, the former Temora Kangaroo, who's now on Carlton's VFL list and was signed by the Pigeons at the start of the year. Tilly tried to get it inside 50 for the Maggies. Ball smothered out of bounds. 60 around from goal at the hospital end. At the moment, 5-4-34 apiece, the Doggies and the Maggies on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. Dan, we'll get our lead in possession getter again for each team.
Yeah, Joel Stevens has had 11 on my stat sheet, and Jack O'Sullivan with 16.
Beautiful. And that's the way it's going to be, the score at half-time. All square on the ledger between the maroon and white and the black and white. 5-4-34 apiece here between the Wodonga Bulldogs and the Wangaratta Magpies. A top four clash and it is the contest we wanted at halftime. Okay, we'll get to a break here on O&M Live on 1494 2AY. The halftime show is for Elders Rural. This is O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
SS&A, this is your place.
All right. I love you. Have a good shift.
The all-new Nissan Navara, built for the grid shift.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shorty get inspired. How about that? How about that? This time, shorty get.
Explore where your new home begins. Discover our designs. Discover local land. Discover what's possible. Visit Sundancer Homes' new sales centre and showroom at 482 Kiowa Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
No one celebrates life like you do. At Tobin Brothers Funerals, we're here to help you celebrate the life of your loved one, your own special way. Tobin Brothers Funerals, celebrating lives.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
This goes out to all the athletes, the fitness buffs, and the huff and puffs. On your marks, get set. Find your perfect fit at the athlete's foot.
Shoeback Street, Albury.
O&M Live on 2AY.
Yes, a very wet Martin Park here in Wodonga, but you wouldn't think it by looking at the scores. I'm joined here by my good friend Benny Tallarico. And Benny, what a half of footy. Both teams playing really good. Scores at dead level. Couldn't ask for much more than that.
No, I think on a day like today, I think we were thinking it's going to be a real slog. And It was a little bit in that second quarter, but the first quarter was fantastic. We were really impressed with the ball movement and the way in which both teams were able to progress the football. So I think we're in for a fantastic finish today, and it's going to be probably one of the closest games of the round by looks of the scores.
Yeah, and the one thing I love about it, we always talk about how frustrating it is when coaches just get involved in games of footy. And today, it just looks like they're just letting them play. It's really good to see. You're seeing a lot of players flourishing as well. So a super, super half of footy. It's 34-34 at the moment. So Wodonga versus Wangaratta Magpies, and we'll go through some stats as well, some team stats, and then we'll go through some players' stats as well. And for Wodonga, 12 clearances, Wangaratta 12 clearances apiece, so really even. And we've just had lovely Chris Beattie bringing some food from the Wodonga Bulldogs canteen, so big shout out to them. And geez, I'll tell you what, don't pull that in front of Beattie. That's going to go very, very quickly. But how good's that? The service we get here is always fantastic. So big shout out to Chris Beattie and the rest of the canteen team. Here, as we continue to go through the stats, the free kick count 9-8. Inside 50 is the Wodonga Bulldogs, 20 inside 50s to Wangaratta's 15, so pretty even there. And 4 marks inside 50 to Wang to 3 marks inside 50 to Wodonga. Some of the players, Matt Wilson, he hasn't gotten going yet, which is, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, because it definitely looks like he's going to come alive in the second half. Only had the 6 disposals. Spitzy's another one that's got to get going. 4 disposals for him, no goals. Jack O'Sullivan, he's been super, probably one of Wodonga's best, 16 disposals. Tom O'Sullivan, I think, has been the best. He's had 16 as well and kicked 2. And Charlie Morrison, the guard dog, has been awesome. 12 disposals for him. He would have had a few intercepts as well. And over for Wangaratta, there is some players that need to get going. Joel Stevens isn't one of them. He has been awesome. He's had the 11 disposals. Jackson Clark's only had the 5 disposals and kicked a goal. Yep. Tyson Young's been really quiet. He's probably only had 6 disposals. He's only had 1 real look at goals as well. So he's got to get going. Cam Barrett's only had the 3 disposals, and Harrison Hewitt's been quiet as well with the 6. Benny Tallarico, you're going to put your coaching hat on. You're going to go into the Wodonga rooms first in your Twitty. What are you saying to the group? What are they got to do differently in the second half?
Oh, look, I think they've been really good in terms of their back 6. I feel like Ruben Burke, Charlie Morris, and Jai Hymus have all been fantastic, and their rebound work's been great. It's probably just their ball movement forward to centre that's let them down a bit. They'd probably like to isolate Huddy a little bit more. I think that matchup change from Jace has worked really, really well, sending Grosman to Huddy. I feel like he didn't have the impact in the air like he did in the first.
And we saw him getting up the field, and I reckon that's almost a win to Wang, because it's like he's got to go up the field to get his kicks.
Exactly right.
That's what Jason Heatley be wanting.
Yeah, and they'd be happy. Wang don't care if Huddy Garoni's taking marks on the wing. No. They're worried when he's taking marks and having shots on goal. So that was a good move. Look, I think for Wodonga, it's really going to come down to their contest work and being really hard at it. If they drop away in that regard and Wang start getting hands to the football, likes Jackson Clark, Tyson Young, Harry Hewitt, if these guys start getting on top around the football, they're going to be really hard to stop. So I think Wodonga would be really happy with how things are being played out. It's just a matter of just being able to continue it for another half. And on the flip side, I think for Wang, probably the biggest thing is that they're probably just struggling in terms of their possession of the football. They probably haven't been as clean and as damaging, and they haven't been able to move the footy with any flow that quarter. So that's probably something that they're going to try and address, whether or not they try and change up the way in which they move the ball. So look, as we said, 34 apiece. It's been a really good contest to start the game. Hopefully, if the weather holds out, things will open up like they did in that first quarter, and we'll get a few more scores on the board.
That's the voice of Benny Tallarico for the Newmarket Hotel, doing a fantastic job in season 2026. He's a new recruit, Benny, and we'll go around the grounds as well for Ray White, Wodonga as well in the seniors. There's some other really interesting matchups this round. Button Park is the first game, so it's North Albury 4-6-30 leading Cora Rutherglen 4-2-26. Obviously the game here is 34 apiece. WJ Finlay Oval. Rovers starting them out a comeback. It was Murderford out of the blocks though, so Rovers 6-4-40 trails Murderford 9-5-59. So Murderford playing some really good footy, but haven't scored in probably a good half hour. So Rovers are mounting some sort of comeback there, you'd imagine. And then at the Albury Sports Ground, Albury still yet to score. 0-5-5 plays Yarrawonga 6-8-44. We're going to get to them shortly, Albury, because I think it needs to be a discussion piece, that's for sure. And at the Lavington Sports Ground, Lavington are starting to flex their muscles a little bit. 7-5-47 plays Wodonga Raiders 2-8-20. Now, Benny, we're going to talk about the elephant in the room, which is Albury. It's become quite a big problem. I reckon 3 weeks ago, I think you did the game with me at Lavington, and we watched that game. We were just saying off air how good Albury looked in that game, and it looks like they were just going to go from strength to strength. Well, it's been the complete opposite in the last sort of few weeks. They've lost to Raiders in a, I don't want to say the word embarrassing, but very, very
Unexpected.
bad loss.
Very
Unexpected is probably the right word. And now they are scoreless at half-time against Yarrawonga. There's no doubt something's going on behind the scenes, but what do you make of it? It's been a really poor season so far from Albury.
Oh, I think, obviously, there have been some injuries. Obviously, Isaac Muller isn't right, not playing at the moment. And then Maxi Byrne, unfortunately, did his ACL last week. So they're two pretty big outs. But you still look at Albury's lineup, and they still have a quality side name. So clearly something is preventing this team from getting the most out of themselves and performing on a consistent basis. And if I was Albury, and I know from Mac's perspective and Garthy's perspective, they're going to be, quite upset at halftime, because when you are handed a loss like that, an unexpected loss like that last week, the biggest thing you want to see is a response from the playing group, and clearly they haven't shown that in the first half. So, I think there'll be some colourful language used at halftime to try and get the Albury boys up and about to get them back into that game, but that's not looking good for the Tigers.
Question without notice: are they going to play finals or not?
No.
Wow, that's huge. If we're not.
I know it's early, but I just think with how everyone else is going around them, and the games that they're dropping, that we probably thought they would win. It just makes it so hard.
It's story of the year at the moment, really, isn't it? Like the amount of players they recruited, they were flag chances. Like, I know I'll put my hand up. I went into the preseason thinking that they could win the flag.
Yep.
We looked at the players that they've recruited. James Cousins, former AFL player. Ben Patton literally played AFL last year for Sydney Swans. Every club in the O&M was after him. They landed him. Ryan Garthwaite, an absolute superstar. Matt Walker, some of the players they've got. It's crazy to think that they're in this sort of hole.
Yeah, it's hard to really comprehend, to be honest, because you look at their list and you're like, well, that's a good of a list as going around the comp, and really can match it with anyone. So, yeah, there's going to be some serious questions asked to Tigerland, and they're going to have to do something to change it up a little bit, because if they continue going on the way that they're going, their season is going to be over very quickly. Not to mention, Dan, obviously quite slow starting this season too.
Yeah.
We were shocked with some of the losses that happened at the start of the year, so it's not it's just a recent thing. It's no, they weren't sitting in a top spot and they've just dropped their last.
And that probably snowballed more than we expected. I think everyone thought that there was going to be, maybe 1 or 2 games at the start to sort of gel. Took 3, 4, and then when they got it back, they've dropped it off again. So just everything that can go wrong for Albury at the moment is, and it's hard to see some light at the end of the tunnel at the moment. That's for sure. As we just continue around the grounds as well, we'll do a netball update as well. North Albury 20 to Corowas 25. This seems like it's an absolute rip snorter out there, because we can see the crowd from the balcony, the grandstand here. Wodonga 34 to Wang 35. So I don't know if that game's over yet. Rovers doing a number on Murderford 51 to 29. Albury 17 to Yarrawonga's 28. Lavington 29 to Wodonga Raiders 31, and we'll continue around the grounds in the AFL. Last night it was Hawthorn 16-point winners over Gold Coast. Thursday night the Fremantle Dockers 9-point winners over Geelong, and we're starting to think they're the real deal. The Dockers, they look to be firing on all cylinders. This game here at the moment in the AFL that's going on at Adelaide Oval seems to be a rip snorter as well. Adelaide 54 to Melbourne's 56, so 2 points the difference, and the games to continue on the Saturday ticket is GWS versus Carlton at NG Stadium, and then tonight Collingwood versus Port Adelaide at the MCG, and then on the Sunday Richmond play North Melbourne. Who cares? And then at the 3:15 game it's St Kilda versus Western Bulldogs. That'll be a bit better. And Benny, your boys Essendon, they got the bye this week. You think they'll get up?
On the bye, yeah. Well, they can't disappoint me on the bye, so I'm happy that that's
just
the
wait.
case.
No, I'm joking, but no, very much so. And how about some of these games in the O&M? And we just talked about Albury, but we've got to talk about Murderford for one. They were really out of the blocks early against Rovers. 19 points up at the moment at halftime.
Yeah, again, probably I think most people tipped Albury this week. I don't know if there were many that tipped Myrtleford, so that's a fantastic start by Funky and the Mountain Men. So I think, that'd be a big statement. They probably need to bounce back after their probably last couple of performances. So Myrtleford, if they can go to the WJ Finlay Oval and take the 4 points, they'd be very, very happy and probably put them back into that sort of top 3 contention, I dare say, Dan.
That's the voice of Benny Tallarico for the Newmarket Hotel. We're going to take a break because that is our wrap for the halftime show for Elders Rule. And on the other side, it is the second half. And on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
SS& Dave, this is your place.
All right. I love you. Have a good shift.
The all-new Nissan Navara, built for the grid shift.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shorty get inspired. How about that? How about that? This time, shorty get.
Explore where your new home begins. Discover our designs. Discover local land. Discover what's possible. Visit Sundancer Homes' new sales centre and showroom at 482 Kiowa Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
No one celebrates life like you do. At Tobin Brothers Funerals, we're here to help you celebrate the life of your loved one, your own special way. Tobin Brothers Funerals, celebrating lives.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
This goes out to all the athletes, the fitness buffs, and the huff and puffs. On your marks, get set. Find your perfect fit at the athlete's foot.
Yeah, third term is for Wiesners. Great timing. We're back here at John Flower Oval, Martin Park, all square between the Doggies and the Maggies. 5-4-34 apiece. So who will take the points in this round 10 contest? Goes by Melville. Now here's O'Neill for the Doggies. Sending it in. Spiteri comes out and takes the mark. Here he is, Noah. He was relatively quiet in the first half, Benny.
He was well held, and I think Harry Smart's done a great job for them. The Wang Maggies to start the game, but that was fantastic attack off the halfback flank by Isaac O'Neill then, and like good forwards do, they play in front, and Spitzy's on the end of this one. So this would be a fantastic start for the Doggies if they kick an early one.
Yeah, if this man gets going, look out. Trouble signs. Niall Spiteri from 49 metres. That one's wide. Going down towards the goal line, Ellis knocks it through for a minor score. So it's the Doggies up by a point, 35 playing 34 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. We've just started a third term. And damn, we've got to give another rap to Chrissy Beattie. What about the hospitality here at the Doghouse?
Big shout out to Chrissy Beattie and the rest of the canteen. Guys and girls, they were awesome in that feed. I'll tell you what, Lukey had a rap. The best party pie he's ever had, he reckons.
Bloody good
that
party
was
pie. So.
Right up there.
Yeah, Chris Beattie, a star. Here goes Ruben Burke down towards the forward pocket. Maggie's trying to mop up. Lockie counted all into it. Trouble zone. Hewitt, he just seems to be in slow motion, that guy,
Just
Benny.
doesn't panic, does he? Just cool as anything.
Sure is. Ellis, fullback position. Hospital end for the Wang Magpies. He's going to come broadcast side to the pocket. And Harry Smart, who has it. Jet Cassidy mans the mark. The umpire just calling him back 5 metres. So here goes Harry. Now Tilly. He's going for Aiden. Morrison wins front spot. Andrews comes over the top with a fist. Ellis on the boot. This is coming out of bounds on the full, is it? No. Just bounces inside the line. Perfect. For the Maggies coming out of defence.
Some of the big ball winners in that first half. Lukey Francis, 16 disposals for Jack O'Sullivan. And brother Tom, 16 disposals and 2 goals. He was unbelievable. And for Wangaratta, Joel Stevens was really solid with 11 as well.
Yeah, the O'Sullivan boys have been such great signings for the Doggies in the last couple of seasons. This ball held in with Zach Nugent. Umpire to take it again. Right of centre wing. Benny?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that's going to define this game is the centre clearance work and the contested work. So it's been fairly even to start the game. It's going to be battle of the midfield, I reckon. That's going to be the difference today.
Yep. Yeah, big time. And both pretty strong midfields, really. Wodonga bat pretty deep, and Wangaratta has some star power in there, Lukey.
And I reckon both sides have a few sleeping giants, blokes that are superstars that just haven't had an impact. Matt Wilson for the Dogs, and I think Harry Hewitt's probably one for the Maggies that could get a little bit more out of too.
Only 7 disposals for Harry Hewitt.
Melville down low. And then ball comes out to Kennett. Spits it out the side. Stevens. Wasn't a great hand pass to him. Noah Bradshaw just bumps him across the chalk. So again, another boundary throw in. Now, if you've missed that score between the Tigers and the Yarrawonga Pigeons, Dan Vaccaro and Ben Tallarico told you at half-time the Tigers were goalless at the long break. Dan, have they kicked a major yet? I mean, we've just got into the third term.
No, still 0-5 to Yarrawonga. Kicked another goal, 7-8-50.
Oh, wow.
45 points.
O'Sullivan, here's Jack on the boot. Centre half back. Nice work from Whiteside to it to meet the footy. Ball up in the air. Mapleson having a crack at it. Jack going at it. Up against Nugent. Good work. Nice hands to O'Neill. On the boot. On the outer side of the ground, Mark Anderson didn't get the greatest bounce. Well done by Blake Jorgensen to get a fist to it. Now here goes Noah Spiteri. Off the ground once. Off the ground twice. Heading towards the boundary line. Ball still in play, is it? No. Across the chalk now. So we've got a 2-point lead by the way of the Doggies. 36 plays 34 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
Felt like he could have picked it up then, Noah. He had a lot more space than he probably thought, and he could have picked it up and ran inside the forward 50.
Ball back into play. Hudson Garoni up against Knowles. Stevens turns around. Joel on the boot. Morrison. Look at Charlie. Centre wing.
Super, isn't he?
And he puts up a high ball. This one's a real come and get it. Chris Knowles back there, defensive 50, takes the mark for the Maggies.
Been good, Chris Knowles.
He's a good player, this guy. A real siren-to-siren footballer, Dan. He just really has a dip and gives everything for his team each and every week.
He's great for a ruckman, Lukey.
Burke manages to reel the footy in. Left foot, wanted to square it up across half-back. Here's an opportunity. Now, Tyson Young got pushed off the ball by young Jai Hymas. It was well done, Benny, to Matt Soroczynski in their back pocket for Dogs. Very quick is Matt on the boot. Good kick to Tom O'Sullivan. Now Ainsworth is out. Tom O'Sullivan chips it up for Cohen now. He takes the mark. Now can he deliver to Hudson Garoni? Swings it back. Good footy. Oh, well done from Mark Anderson. Just to ruin the play. Grossman goes off the ground. Gee, that was well done,
super.
Benny.
That was super. Saved probably a definite shot on goal for Jack O'Sullivan there. That was just desperation by marking Anderson, and fantastic work rate to get back to support his back line.
Yeah, that's defensive player of the day, Lukey. Yeah. That was superb.
Certainly was. An elite body and paint. Play of the day from Anderson. Courageous. Here he goes again. Barrett going back. Jorgensen. Blake over the footy. Here he comes. Weaves out. Handballs it up. Ainsworth, left foot. That's a wide one going into the pocket. Jet Cassidy's got to go back. Roberts gets a fist to it. Ball out of bounds in the pocket. 35 around from goal. Hospital ends.
I reckon he's been one of Wodonga's best today, Cohen Ainsworth.
I agree.
He's run. The way he's been able to find space is fantastic. He's obviously been in the Butchie system before, but he's getting stronger every week, Lukey.
He is, Dan. Yeah, his confidence is growing. He was very good against the Tigers a couple of weeks ago.
He stands out with that haircut, doesn't he?
He does. Stevens on the boot. And getting a hand to it was Thompson. Ball back on the turf. Young tried to spit it out. Here's Nico Stevens. Taken down from behind. Umpire said play on. Melville in close. Tilly. Look at this. To Young, to Melville. Brad goes forward. Now Morrison's the only one back there, Charlie. No Maggie with him. Ball bouncing. Good result for the Pies.
Nice little 40-20 there for the Pies.
Elm Street M will have a boundary throw in the pocket.
Yeah, I think, sorry, Dan, I think the biggest thing that Wang are clearly trying to do, they're not just trying to overuse it. There's been a couple of kicks this quarter. They've just kicked it to space, and they're happy for their forwards to be able to run on. But a couple of contests have been really impressive this quarter. Young Jai Hymas, actually for the day, big one-on-ones. One Jackson Clark in the second quarter, and that one in Tyson Young. So he's doing it. He's batting above his weight group, that's for sure.
Mapleson, I tell you what, touched. Just on the line.
Guess who?
Charlie Morrison. Far out. Does it all, doesn't he?
He literally is a guard dog, isn't he?
Yeah,
he is. He's a very good player, and he's just in the right spot. It almost seems each and every time. Here's Matt Wilson, speaking of good footballers, out of the back line. Oh, gee, a collision between Burke and White-Tie Tour. Ruben Burke's in trouble.
Yeah.
Pies fired into the pocket. Tilly got hands to it. Guess who's on here? Morrison. Ball back over the line.
He looks to be in some serious pain, Ruben Burke. He clutched at his stomach and then fell down straight away. So he does not look good at all.
Yeah, I think I don't know if it was White or if it was a bit of friendly fire. I don't know if it was the other Wodonga player that might have run into Ruben.
Yeah, it might have been in the contest, the Wodonga player.
Yeah. He's not in a good way. He's still on the ground and he's on his haunches right now. So whether or not he's just caught one into the guts or even worse, a bit lower, but yeah, the poor fellow, he's not looking good at the moment.
Umpires are called time off. So if you've just joined us on O&M Live, we're in the third term. We've gone over 8 minutes. At the moment, it's the Doggies by a point, 5-6-36 to Wangaratta's 5-5-35. We're hoping Ruben Burke's okay. He's back on his feet. Dan, we'll go around the grounds here. Here's an opportunity for Ray White-Wodonga.
Burke, yes, as he's just coming off there, Ruben Burke, so he seems to be okay. He might have had the wind knocked out of him. But around the grounds, Button Park, North Albury 37 to Cora Rutherglen 33, so that's pretty close. Wang Rovers 40 to Murderford's 59. And the other game, Albury 5 to Yarrawonga 50.
Oh, my goodness. In the pocket, Elm Street End, Knowles, Aiden Tilly on the boot quickly, bouncing, minus score for the Pies. Back all square at Martin Park in Wodonga, Benny.
Yeah, no, we've been treated to a really good contest as Ruben Burke works his way off to the ground. Looks like he's just holding his midriff there. So, yeah, he'll get assessed by the physios and hopefully we'll see him.
Matt Wilson, look at that kick out. Knowles pinches it though. Over the top, they go to Blake. Here he is, John Blake, the youngster. Around his body, Mapleson with some room to move here, just fumbles across the chalk. So the Dogs have been in very good form. They won their last 3 games. And for the Maggies, they're on an 8-game winning streak. Their only game they lost this year was in the opening round against the Rovers, and that was by 12 points. So they're 2 kicks off being undefeated for the season. Unreal. Here's Jack O'Sullivan. Matt Soroczynski feeds it back to Liam Andrews. Left foot, out wide, trying to pick up Gill. Gets him now in front of White-Tie Tour. And Maroon and White on half-back. 20-metre kick over the top to Jack O'Sullivan. Good footy, down the line. This one's turned over, though, to Paddy Wright. Now, he's got Tyson Young on in the corridor if he wants to use him. Dogs have got him covered now, so Paddy's going to go with a short ball out wide to White-Tie Tour. Left of centre wing, far side of the ground. All square, 5-6-36 on the scoreboard, thanks to Inspirations Paint. Third team for Wiesners here on O&M Live, 14.94 2AY. Wide ball outside, staying in play. Mapleson in a race here, keeps it in. Jack breaks away, centering ball. It's a beauty. Over the top of Jackson Clark, bouncing. Ball out of bounds in the pocket, Elm Street end.
Yeah, it's a really interesting contest. Wangaratta really owned the territory. They've had 4 inside 50s, but the ball's been pretty much camped down there. Wodonga have only really gone forward twice, which is that break from Spitzy and another one early in the piece. So Wangaratta should probably really get bang for buck here, you'd think.
Yeah, it's just one of those games where it's been an arm wrestle, and I feel like Wang really need to capitalise because it's been 12 minutes and we've only had 2 points for either side. So you just feel like the next goal is just going to be massive in the landscape of the game. Just
it is a
bit
nice
of breathing
edge.
room. Yep.
Stoppage, 35 out from goal. Mapleson on the boot, heading towards the pocket. He's dangerous down there at the moment.
Very. That would have been a goal and a half if he had slotted that just on the volley.
May have been up watching the Socceroos this morning. I know Dan Vaccaro was, and unfortunately we went down to the US, but as you said, Dan, we're still alive, which is a great thing.
Very much so, yes. Very, very much alive to go to the round of 32.
Back into play from the young lady. Zach Nugent gets it on the boot. McLuhan, and here goes James. Left foot going for home. Nice work from the Dogs to get back through Jai Hymas. Fisted through for 1- score.
Been really impressed with Jai's game today. I feel like he was in the Young Guns top 5 last week, and he's been proving me right today. That's for sure. He's been fantastic. He's had some big moments. So he's stood up the young fella.
How's that, man? Giving himself a plug.
Yeah, well, that's it. Penny Tallarico, just a bit of me time for himself there. Noah Bradshaw into the centre. Blake Jorgensen down low. Magpies pick it off, though. Mapleson's having a great third quarter. Out the back, Clark. Oh, he's missed it. So Jackson pounced on a loose ball through for a minor score. So a 2-point margin now, 38 plays 36. Maggie's up over the Dogs, thanks to Inspirations Paint.
They're really having their moment here, Wang, and they're not really capitalising. So you just wait. Wodonga are probably going to get their moment, but Wang at the moment not capitalising.
Yeah, you're right, Dan. They really need to finish. Here's Blake Jorgensen. Low ball, back into the corridor. Knowles on the boot. Chris towards Mark Anderson. Blake Jorgensen just bumps him out of the road. The two opposing number 8s back over the chalk.
Some big ball winners. Obviously, Jack O'Sullivan, he's been fantastic. 19 disposals for him on the 40-wing stat sheet. Tommy O'Sullivan as well. He's had the 17. He's still been probably best on ground for mine. And Jolie Stevens, he's up to the 13 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Third term again for Wiesners. Thank you. As one of the sponsors on O&M Live as Clark goes to full forward, bouncing over the top. Again, another minor score to the Magpies. Dan Vaccaro,
free kick, I think it was. Sorry, Luke.
It is, Benny. So no score. It's going to Charlie Morrison. But Dan Vaccaro spot on when he said the Magpies are pressing here, but they just can't finish, Benny.
No, the Wodonga's backline has been fantastic today. They've been super strong and very defiant. So, yeah, it's just got the recipe of they go down and coast to coast and Wodonga kick a score and take away all the pressure that Wang had.
Shot on goal by Hewitt. Harrison, that one's wide as well. So they're having many attempts, but no, it's not easy, Dan. We're playing a wet weather game, but one of these has to go through sooner or later.
Yeah, absolutely. And as Benny said, it's probably a credit to Wodonga. That pressure in that defensive 50 is making it very, very hard to get shots away. And I think a lot of teams get miscued. When they kick bad, it's not always just bad kicking. It's how the team defends and the pressure that they put on as well.
Okay, we've got a boundary throw in the pocket. Elm Street end, 25 around from goal. Far side of the ground. Umpire sends it back into play. Noel Bradshaw picks it off beautifully and then gets a clearing ball out for the Doggies. Good mark, or Parkin couldn't quite take it in. And now the ball is out of bounds. So another boundary throw-in. We'll go back around the grounds for Ray White Wodonga.
Yeah, it's still Albury yet to score a goal. So it's 0 goals 5 to Yarrawonga's 8-56. So it's 51 points of difference. I'd imagine they'd be halfway through the third quarter without a major Albury. So that's huge news.
Yeah, gee, boys, if the story of the week or year wasn't the Raiders beating Albury last week, this one's almost going to match it.
Wow.
Depending on when that first goal comes, if it does come, surely. Now, 50 metres or 40 metres out from goal. Whiteside too is about to pounce on it here. Good inside ball to Jackson Clark. They get one now. It took a while. They were peppering the sticks, but finally a major for the Maggies. And they just get away a touch.
Yeah, well deserved there, Benny, by Wangaratta and Jackson Clark. He He's come to the party. He's kicked 2 goals today. Hasn't done a whole lot with the ball in hand, but every time he's gotten it, he's able to finish, and he's kicked 2 goals. And as we just said, they started wasting opportunities there, Wang, so that was one that they desperately needed. And Wodonga need a response. They've only got inside 50 twice now, so they're still in the halftime sheds, Wodonga, so they really need to come out here.
Yeah, they definitely need to lift, and I think that, we're just waiting for that damn wall to break, and if it wasn't going to break, then, Wodonga were going to take all the pressure away, but, Wang were good enough to finally put a score on the board. So, over to Wodonga now.
Maggie's up by 8 points over the Dogs, 6-8-44 to 5-6-36, thanks to Inspirations Pate. Marjanovic out of the middle, sends it wide, being after it now with Matt Soroczynski about to go over the line. And we've had a close game all day, and we can't see it breaking home open just at the current time. So as silly or as I suppose obvious as it sounds, the Dogs had really got to get the next one, because a 2-goal break in these conditions could mean a lot.
Yep.
Okay. Now they're about to get possession again. Fraser Ellis on half forward, just slipped as he went to kick it, regains his footing, sends it back in again. Burke over the top with a fist. Stevens, Joel tried to work it over the top. Here's Hewitt, left foot into the pocket. Nico Stevens got a fist. Here's Jackson Clark again. Handballs over the top on Knowles. He lost his footing. Reels it in. Left foot. He's got it.
How's he done that?
Chris Knowles. Gee, I tell you what, he made us keep our breath there for a second, but he's done it. Back on his feet. Chris Knowles kicks a goal, and the Maggies slip away.
I'll tell you what, Ruckman, I just don't know what to say. They are honestly, I don't know how that happened. But anyway, Chris Knowles, a great goal. He's been good all day. And on a serious note, Wodonga are in a bit of trouble here. They can't seem to get any territory, and Wangaratta are taking it away from them. We talk about how good defences are. There's only so much pressure you can sort of absorb, Benny Tallarico.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, I don't know how Knowles, he's slipped over, he's still gathered the ball, had time to stand up and snap it. And this is, as you said, Dan, from a ruckman. So that was very impressive by Big Knowles. He's having a spell at full forward whilst Tilly does a bit of the ruck work. So, Wodonga's mids really need to wake up and get back into this contest, because they're getting smashed out of the centre right now.
He just did about a season's work in about 1 second there, Big
He's supposed to be resting the big fella.
Jesus.
Yeah, you tuned in on 1494 2AY. So Jackson Clark handballed over the top to Chris Knowles, who had a bit of space to kick a goal. Anyway, he slipped over, Big Knowlesy. He climbed back to his feet, gathered. He finally got it on the boot, and he's worked a 6-pointer through for the Pies. They lead by 14 points at the moment. It's the biggest margin of the game.
It's like
here they go again.
I don't know if this is the nicest thing to say, but it was like a seal coming to just on her, just flipping about.
I'm going to tell Knowlesy that in the post game, Dan. You've been compared to a seal, mate. How do you feel?
Here's Jays McClernand going into the pocket. They've got another mark. So Blake takes it. John Blake, one of the youngsters coming into the Maggies lineup. Now, he's going to have a shot. Gee, this is a really tight angle, Dan. You probably wouldn't get a tighter one here at this ground. He'd be 40 out. And I tell you what will he do with this? I wonder if he will have a shot, or is he going to pop it up at the last second? Here he goes. No, he's going for goal. John Blake has missed. Crowd liked
it. He made a fist of it. That's a hard shot. So that's a
great effort.
That's a fantastic effort. And Wang just looking really good in this third turn. The premiership quarter, they call it, Lukey. So strength to strength here, and Wodonga have their work cut out for them.
Yeah, it's out to a 3-goal margin, 15 points at the moment. Jack O'Sullivan trotting out to the fullback position. Third term for Wiesners. We're gone 19.5 for NZ. On O&M Live, 1494 2AY on a Saturday afternoon at Martin Park. There goes Jet Cassidy trying to find Spiteri, and Smart on the outer side, ball out of bounds. Rightio, Dan, we've got our leading possession getter now, thanks to 40 Weeks.
Yeah, it's still Jack O'Sullivan. He's had the 20 for Wodonga, and Jolie Stevens has had the 15 as well, so he's been fantastic for Wangaratta today. And I just feel like there's two players for Wodonga that are going to get him back into it here. It's going to be Noah and it's going to be Matt Wilson. They're the two that really need to get involved. Yeah. Matt Wilson, got to be in the engine room, see if he can get put some scoreboard pressure on Wangaratta.
Stevens got rushed on his kick. Tom O'Sullivan brought down without the footy. Good call by the umpire. Here goes Tom. Noah Bradshaw in the corridor. Oh, it's a little bit too tall for him. Goes off the ground. Mapleson comes in. He goes off the ground. Nico Stevens picks it up. Great work to Ollie Greenhill. And they fire it inside 50. Ball 30 out. Cooper Garoni couldn't quite take it. Spiteri got shoved down by McLuhan. Dives over him. Held in. So the Dogs need one here. It's a very important 5 minutes for the maroon and white, Benny.
Yeah, huge. If they don't get a score here or pin one back, then Wang have got all the momentum going into the break.
Stevens, Spiteri, he's in there. Knowles about to pick it up. Got rid of Cooper Garoni on the boot. Melville at the back, got a fist to it. Mapleson, and it's held in. Umpire to take the footy here. Rightio, Dan. Around the grounds, Ray White Wodonga, how are we looking at the moment?
Yeah, so Albury have technically kicked 1-0-6, plays Yarrawonga 8-9-57, so that's the big one we're all keeping an eye on at the moment. But Wang Rovers 54 plays Murderford 66, so that they are creeping back into that contest. And North Albury have kicked away again, so 50-39, so still reasonably close. And Lavington 53 to Wodonga Raiders 28.
Yeah, just mentioning that the other broadcast game today on OMFNL Live is between the Rovers and the Saints. That one on the sister station, 102.1, Edge FM. Down the line here on the outer side, Isaac O'Neill takes the ball for the Dogs. And he wants to go laterally. He gets Charlie Morrison, that's okay. And they've got a free man out here. And he comes to Jai Hymas. Now he's got a bit of time to pick this up. The kick wasn't great to him. Ainsworth's on short. Goes further down the line, beautiful. To Noah Bradshaw, good hands in the wet too, to Greenhill. Oh, just missed Jack O'Sullivan with the hand pass. Whiteside Tour picks it up for the Pies. Here's Gill coming in. Stevens nearly got him. Matt Wilson, look at this for good footy. Ainsworth goes in. Roberts spits it out the back. Wright going after it. Ainsworth on him. Now they've got a chance to break clear, have they? No. Held in. Good footy from both teams. And we'll have a ball up, Benny.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Repeated contest then from both sides. You can see how much it means to both of them. They're all cracking in. They really want this, and Wodonga desperate for a goal now.
15-point margin. The Pies are up. If you've just joined us, we're going close to 23. Third term for Wiesner. Soroczynski didn't get the best of bounce. He did well in the end. I know he's in trouble now, and that's all he had to do was hold it in.
Yep, he did well, Soroczynski. His 50th game for the club today as well, Matt Soroczynski. Been a real consistent performer.
Yeah, he is quick, Matt, when he gets on a burst. Tom O'Sullivan. How many now, Dan?
Tommy O'Sullivan has had 19, so a bit slow this quarter, only 3 disposals.
Here's Gill on the boot, rushes it forward for the Dogs. They need one here. Spiteri gets a hand to it. Jet Cassidy in a fight and tussle with the footy. Spiteri joins him again. And back over the chalk for a boundary throw-in. 7-9-51, plays 5-6-36. Magpies up at Martin Park over the Doggies. So
news just quickly around the grounds. Albury have kicked one. 1-7-13, plays Yarrawonga 8-9-57.
And I know we've really mentioned Albury's downside or negative goal kicking in that game or lack of, but credit to the Pigeons. I mean, they're fifth at the moment. It really is their position to lose, Benny.
100%. I think it's a fantastic effort to keep any side goalless for that long. So,
especially at the Albury Sports Ground.
Exactly right, Dan. So, yeah, no, I think that's a big story brewing there at the Sports Ground, that's for sure.
The boys tied up in the mud, smack bang in the centre of John Flower Oval, Martin Park. So, what do you got there, Benny?
It'll be AFL scores. Yeah, I think there's 4 minutes to go between Adelaide and Melbourne at the Adelaide Oval, and Adelaide are leading by 9 points at the moment.
Jack O'Sullivan breaking away for the Dogs inside 50. He went for Hudson Garoni, free kick. He was being held. So this is a big moment in this game, Benny.
Yeah, huge.
We're getting close to three-quarter time. It goes without me saying he must kick this goal, Hudson.
Yeah, he really needs to. Otherwise, it will potentially be a goalless quarter for the Bulldogs, which would be really disappointing off the back of their first half. So it's been all Wanga out of this quarter. If Hudson can pin one back, this will be massive in terms of swing momentum going into the last quarter.
Margin currently at 15. This would bring it back to 9. Hudson Garoni, 35 out, hospital end. He didn't like that one. So it's back to 14 points. Dan, what's our best at the moment thanks to 40
Well,
weeks?
Jack O'Sullivan's been Wodonga's best. He's at 21 disposals, but it's the inside 50 count. Wangaratta have doubled them. So 6 inside 50s for Wodonga. Wangaratta this quarter have had 12. Wodonga have had 6 this quarter.
Hope you're enjoying the action on OMFNL Live. As Barrett goes long from the fullback spot, Grossman has a chance to pounce on the footy, and he gets his kick away Up towards Aidan Tilley. Sport from behind by Jai Hymas. Not sure what that free kick was for. Melville, in the meantime, goes for home and finishes. What a kick from Brad Melville. And the Pies hit back again.
Yeah, that's a really great finish by Brad Melville, and it's almost as if Wangaratta reflects their muscles here. They're playing some really good footy, and that one there probably hurt them most for Wodonga because they had that opportunity with Huddy, and it's gone up the other end, and it's a goal on the break, and that one there really hurts, and now they're going to go into the last quarter with a very, very hard deficit to reclaw in the wet, Benny.
Yeah, it's almost like that 12-point play, isn't it? It really should have been a goal down the end for Wodonga, and unfortunately Wang were able to go coast to coast, and Brad's as good a finisher as anyone in the comp, so not surprised by the classy finish.
Yeah, all of a sudden it could have been under a goal, and now it's 20 points. It really hurts that.
Yeah, it really has been in the blink of an eye. They've crept away here, the Maggies. Here's Noah Bradshaw. He'll never say die. Here he goes, Noah. Right foot. Now Anderson's sitting under this. Goes back with the flight. Tapping. Well done by him. Tries to work one over the top. Jorgensen. Blake picks it off. Sends it back in. Garoni caught under the footy. Gets a fist to it. Marks it on the second attempt. Okay, so similar angle to the last one, Benny. A little bit closer to home. Has to kick it again.
Yeah, like we stressed last time, Lukey, it's even more of a must-kick goal now.
It is. Yeah,
it's the right word, I guess.
So I think Wodonga just desperately needs something to get back into this game because it's been all Wangaratta this quarter.
Margin at 20. This to bring it back to 14. He's got it. Oh, yes. Hudson Garoni, you can rely on him. 14-point margin. Gee, we're going to be in for a great final term at Martin Park. That was on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
Yeah, that's a massive goal, and all of a sudden it makes a huge difference to the game, doesn't it? Wodonga go in three-quarter time going, well, that wasn't our quarter, but we're only 14 points down.
Right.
So for a quarter that's been completely dominated by Wangaratta, we're still in striking distance. So that's the positivity that they're going to take, and Wangaratta are just going to be trying to do what they keep doing and defend when that goes. And Huddy Garoni, 4 goals. He's a superstar.
He certainly is. Yeah, he's been so good. Just a great focal point up forward for them all season. Dogs need the siren here because Chris Knowles has got the footy. Now he's telling troops to push back. He's going to go with a long one, Chris. He sends it in. Man charging out Aidan Tilley. So the Dogs got caught napping there, and Jai Hymas was just trailing off a little there. Benny?
Siren can't be too far off, and look, Knowles, he's just done a good job just to put that to advantage and allow Tills to run onto it. So, look, he's going to have to kick this from probably 55 on a pretty decent angle, so this will take his best.
Yeah, very good example of just getting the ball in quick. Aidan Tilley, right on the 50-metre line, Elm Street, and he's got onto that. Sweet contact. In fact, it's gone out of bounds on the full. So, good distance. Accuracy, not quite the case. Rightio, Dan, what do you got, mate?
Well, just hearing some news out of the Rovers game, it seems that Jake Sharp has injured his knee, which obviously hoping for the best for Jake Sharp. So that is just terrible news for a player that's had his knee problems.
I think he's had, 2 or 3 knee reconstructions,
I think it might even be 3, yeah.
Two or 3, and he's been battling with a complaint this year. And I think last time he did it was against Rovers as well. So, I just feel for Jake, and hopefully it's not as bad as what it could seem.
Yeah, there you go. So, hoping there for Myrtleford and the Alpine Saints. And, of course, Jake Sharp, the non-playing coach of the O&M rep team. As Tom O'Sullivan comes out of the back line. Oh, gee. Newton just couldn't quite work back to take the footy. Morrison's charging from the back here. Gets a fist to it. O'Neill to Tom O'Sullivan to Ainsworth. So, they work it out of D50 well. To Noah Bradshaw. Now, can they get one before the siren goes? Here's Smart. Well done. Tapped it back to the advantage of Tyson Young for the Pies. To Kennett, brought down by Ainsworth. Play goes on. Cooper Garoni, he was held. Spiteri. Gee, this siren must be close. Here goes Ainsworth. Centering ball. Roberts.
Well done.
Hewitt gets back. Here's Harry. Back out to Smart. So they're holding up the Pies. And there's a free kick in the pocket.
Yeah, downfield.
Yeah, and it will go against the Dogs. Smart was taken down out of the play, not much in it, but Tyson Young to repel.
I'll tell you what, if Wayne get up today, Harry Smart must be in the votes. He's done an unbelievable job on Spitzy today.
Yeah.
Morrison, here's O'Neill, Back out to Cooper Garoni, to Noel Bradshaw. Gee, he's been good off half back. Ball bouncing inside 50 for the Dogs. Hospital end. Goes by White Tie Tour. Matt Soroczynski to Noel Spiteri. Tries to get back onto that right foot. Sends it in. Good kick. Garoni couldn't get it. Parkin at the bottom. Anderson and Grossman there. Matt Wilson, he'll do something special. He does. He kicks a goal, and that is huge. That is huge. It brings it back to 8 points right on the eve of three-quarter time.
That does two things. That gets it back to under a kick. That also gets Matt Wilson into the game. Yep. That's probably the worst part about that for Wangaratta, because if he gets going as a big last quarter, that could spell a bit of trouble for Wang. Yeah. So that's a huge goal, Benny.
Yeah, it is, and we know what Matt Wilson can do when he's up and about, and that might just be the little spark that he needs to really insert himself into this game. So, like we said, 80% of this quarter has been absolutely dominated by the Magpies, and we're not going to be able to pin it back. And I reckon the sign's just got to go. We've gone 31 and a quarter played so far.
So I want to check on the yard time.
Yeah, I think it's a great shout. That's a very good shout.
Have we got one of those emergency horns in here?
I don't know, but
we'll have to blow it, I think.
We might just play into the fourth quarter.
Yeah. We mightn't have it last quarter. We might just keep going.
60-minute quarter.
The third will go till midnight. Clark's at the bottom. Umpire takes it. So it's right of the centre. At the moment, the Pies up 8-9-57 to the Dogs 7-7-49. It's an 8-point margin in favour of the Maggies. Third term for Wiesners. Again, as Dan just said, we've almost gone 32 now.
There it is.
There it is. Beautiful. So the timekeeper's woken up. He was fell asleep.
Or resuscitated.
He's back. Okay, so that's three-quarter time at John Flair Oval, Martin Park, in this wonderful top four clash between the Doggies and the Maggies. And at the moment, as we said, it's an 8-point margin in favour of the Pies. This is O&M Live, and remember, on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
SS&A, this is your place.
All right. I love you. Have a good shift.
The all-new Nissan Navara, built for the grid shift.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shorty get inspired. How about that? How about that? This time, shorty get.
Explore where your new home begins. Discover our designs. Discover local land. Discover what's possible. Visit Sundancer Homes' new sales centre and showroom at 482 Kiowa Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
No one celebrates life like you do. At Tobin Brothers Funerals, we're here to help you celebrate the life of your loved one, your own special way. Tobin Brothers Funerals, celebrating lives.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
This goes out to all the athletes, the fitness buffs, and the huff and puffs. On your marks, get set. Find your perfect fit at the athlete's foot.
Eight points in it at three-quarter time. Anyone's game. The Maggies at the moment. Wangaratta lead 8-9-57 to the Wodonga Bulldogs 7-7-49. We're in for a big final term on O&M Live at Martin Park. Ben Tallarico, Dan Vaccaro and Luke Francis with you. Rightio, Dan, we'll get our Hotondo Homes quarters best for the third.
Yeah, for Wodonga, it's probably got to be Huddy because he kicked that important goal to get him right back in it. There hasn't been a real standout. Tom O'Sullivan was well held that quarter. He still had 20 for the game, but just had the 4 that quarter. Jack O'Sullivan had 6, so he was probably one of their best in the midfield as well. And for Wangaratta, I thought Jackson Clark served to be the biggest headache up there for Wangaratta. He had 5 and kicked to go, and he really started that momentum swing in the third quarter, Lukey.
Beautiful, Dan. Rightio, we'll go back around the grounds in round 10 for Ray White Wodonga. By gee, this has been interesting.
Yeah, we'll go through all the games, Lukey. So Bunton Park, North Albury 7-9-51 to Cora or Otherglen 8-4-52. So they've hit the front at that game in North Albury. WJ Finlay Oval, it's still Murderford hanging on. Wang Rovers 9-7-61 plays Murderford 11-8-74. And the big story, Albury Sports Ground, it's Albury losing by 50 points at the moment. So Albury 1-8-14 plays Yarrawonga 9-10-64. And then at Lavington Sports Ground, it's Lavington 10-6-66 plays Wodonga Raiders 4-10-34.
He's been sharp today. Dan Vaccaro for 40 winks and Ray White Wodonga. Rightio, Benny Tallarico, what's going to happen in this final term? An 8-point margin in favour of the Pies.
Oh, I think it could come down to an after the siren.
He's calling it.
Yeah,
Who are you backing?
I reckon we could be treated to that. I could see Wodonga. Wodonga after the siren. Yep.
Wow.
Final term for the great outdoors. Here we go. Knowles clearly. Stevens was down there. Ball locked away. Stevens gets to his feet with the pill. Gives it back to the umpire. Okay, so who will take the 4 points in this round 10 tight contest? It's been a great game considering the weather. Here goes Jorgensen. Blake off the deck. Stevens after it. Blake goes again. Back over the chalk for a boundary throw-in. So, Dan, how are those inside 50s at the moment? What are they for the game at the moment?
Pretty even at the moment. Not massive numbers. 27 Wodonga to Wangaratta's 29. So, inside 50 count, pretty reasonable considering Wangaratta had a huge inside 50 display in the third quarter, Lukey.
Absolutely. And we're going to get another boundary throw-in. So the crowd has been okay today. There's a few here considering how cold and miserable it's been in Wodonga on the border. A true winner's day. Liam Andrews gets a fist to it. Tom O'Sullivan, he's been good. To Liam Andrews. Left foot. Sends it down the line. That's out of bounds on the full. So the Maggies to get it through Mark Anderson. He's done a couple of good things today, Mark. Courageous player. Short ball. In fact, now it's going to be brought back into play. So he was just retrieving it from out of bounds, Mark. So here goes Ellis. Fraser. High ball going inside 50. Tilly was caught at the back. Hewitt went up. Couldn't claim the footy. Goes again, Harrison. On the boot. It's wide. It's a minor score. So it's out to 9 points now. The Maggies lead by.
Not having a huge day, Harrison
No,
Hewitt.
he's
He's only touched the ball
quiet.
nine times, so that's huge for his usual standards. He's a fantastic player.
Of course, his brother Jackson has played the last couple of weeks for the Maggies and went back into the Murray Bush Rangers team today. He's Barrett, and he's held in by Noah Bradshaw and Jack O'Sullivan. Broadcast side, or the Gordon Strang grandstand side here at Wodonga. Knowles, nice work by Chris. Stevens, Wilson had him, he just dropped it, and the umpire didn't call it. Tom O'Sullivan, handball's a long one out. Now Ellis is running onto this, picks it up. Well done by Fraser. laterally to Oscar Roberts. Pies on half-back. At the moment, they've got a 9-point lead. Thanks to Border Carpets Wodonga. Look at the hands from Jackson Clark. Now, Tilly wants it. This is a brilliant kick. Tilly just dropped it. Mapleson got torn around. Sorochinsky, well done by Matt. Look at that, beautiful. Now, here go the Dogs on the rebound. Hymus to Tom O'Sullivan. How many, Dan?
He's at 23.
Well done. Here's Jorgensen. Blake, can he make his mark to Garoni? That's wonderful footy. Brilliant from the Dogs on the rebound. Ben Tallarico.
Yeah, that was just fantastic coast-to-coast football. Starting to dry up a bit. So you can see, and like we said down at the pre-game, Wodonga have been one of the best teams at moving the football like that. So that'll be something to watch. But that was fantastic skill execution, and this would be a fantastic way to cap it off.
Hudson Garoni going for 5. Hooks it around his body. It's across the face. It's a minor score. So back to an 8-point margin here at Martin Park. The Maggies up over the Doggies on the Border Carpets Wodonga scoreboard. We've nearly gone 2 minutes, final term. Cam Barrett to bring it back from the fullback position. So there's going to be some big moments in the final term, Benny.
There will, big time. Big time, I think. There's not much splitting these two at the moment. So, but as a good team does, they need to make the most of their opportunities, that's for sure.
So Aidan Tilley's been given away a free kick for in the back. Chai Hymus will take it. Left foot. He puts it into the pocket for the Dogs. Garoni up against Grossman. Ball back over the chalk. This time 35 around from goal. Elm Street end.
We've just been talking about the O'Sullivan brothers. They've both been huge today. Jack O'Sullivan, 22 disposals for him. And Tom O'Sullivan, I still think he's been Wodonga's best. 23 and 2 goals on the 40-wing stat sheet for Tommy.
Back into play. Jack O'Sullivan. Harrison Hewitt tried to get it up to Chris Knowles. He's held in. Dan Vaccaro, Ben Dallarico and Luke Francis with you at Martin Park on a cool day. Up again. Stevens, right foot out of the stoppage. Mapleson sneaks one out the back to Harrison Hewitt. Up the line they go. Over the head of Charlie Morrison. And it's going to be a free kick.
Yeah, it's a wanger. I think Charlie just a little shove in the back.
Yeah.
There he knew straight away, I think.
John Blake with possession for the Wang Magpies. Chips it up. Good kick to Stevens in front of O'Neill, and he's away. Joel puts it inside 50, 30 out. Max Bean's got it. He's brought down by Ainsworth. Play goes on. Players tear in for the peel. Burke knocks it out to Cohen. Taken high. And the Dogs hold up, Benny.
Yep, just able to withstand the thrust of Wang. So, no, I think there's going to be some huge one-on-one contests back into this.
Noel Bradshaw, geez, clean. Oh, just missed. Jess Cassidy with the footy. Ball out of bounds right in front of the grandstand.
Yeah, we just saw Matt Wilson there getting involved, and Cohen Ainsworth as well. He's just been super for Wodonga today as well.
Super today,
he's really helped their cause for trying to win this game, Lukey.
Yeah, fitness or fatigue is going to play a big part in this final term. Who can be clean in the contest in these moments? At the moment, the Pies up by 8 points. 8-10-58 to the Bulldogs, 7-8-50 for Border Carpets Wodonga. Gone 5 minutes for NZ, final term. Stevens on the boot. Silo kick. Ball up in the air. Melville came over the top. Stevens. Ball on the turf. Locked away at the bottom with Blake Jorgensen. He's a big body player. Benny?
Yeah, he certainly is.
Don't mind what I see from young Blake Jorgensen as well. He's a little bit of the Adam Jorgensen prototype. He's obviously a little bit stockier and stronger, but I don't mind what I've seen from him on debut, to be honest. He's getting a couple of little runs in the stoppages as well. Yeah,
he's played a handful of games in the Doggies 2s.
Yes.
Over the past 2 or 3 years from the Pecola United Blues. McLuhan, did that go the required distance? It did to Tyson Young. Gee, that's questionable.
Very. He's done well to take that, to be honest. But I'll tell you what, someone who I've been really impressed with today from the Magpies is Joel Stevens. I reckon he'd be getting close to probably double-digit clearances for the day. And although it hasn't been the most cleanest, he's just been able to get his hands on the football and get the ball going Wang's way, which
20 disposals as well.
There you go.
Jolly.
Yep.
Magpies lead by 8 points. Tyson Young's going to have a shot from 35 out. Slide angle, hospital end. This will get it out to a 14-point margin. 3 goals. Tyson Young straight through the middle. Maggies lead by 14 on the Border Cup. It's Wodonga scoreboard.
Yeah, that's a really good finish by Tyson Young. And on a day he probably hasn't had his type of day. He hasn't really troubled the scorers or troubled the stat sheet on the disposal count. But that was a fantastic finish, and that puts the game really hard now for Wodonga. They've got to chase some backside now and around the grounds as well for Ray White. Wodonga to go through a few games because they are getting close. North Albury 58 plays Coral with 53. WJ Finlay Oval Rovers 69 plays Murderford 75, so what a rip snorter that is. And Albury 14 to Yarrawonga 73, so that's a huge story.
Wow.
Yeah, and Dan, 1 goal for the Tigers.
Yep, 1 goal, 8.
Wow, okay. Back in the centre, I know we sound like a broken record when we say that, but it's a fact. It's as simple as that. Okay, Stevens. Oh, look at that. Try to break through a few. So the Dogs have a chance here. Now, is this a 50? No, it's not. I heard a whistle, and I think it was from the netball court behind us. Here's Ainsworth. Flicks it out the side to Matt Soroczynski. Goes with a low ball, too low. A grubber. Ball out of bounds. About 40 around from goal here, Elm Street end. So the Dogs with a chance to score. This is where the Maggies defence has got to stand up and repel the challenge as we've gone close to 8 minutes in the final term for NZ. It's a 14-point margin. Here go the Dogs. Park and try to feed it out the side. Wilson taken. Was he tripped?
Yeah.
No, he was gone. Holding the ball.
Yeah, good call by the umpire, and that's a really good tackle by Wang, especially on someone that so easily slips tackles like Matt Wilson does. That's great persistence.
Fraser Ellis went with the long ball back over the chalk here. So far side of the ground.
I tell you what, we're going to have a hard time picking the player of the day for Wang. There hasn't been a real standout player as well if they do get over the line of Wodonga. I think Wodonga have had a couple of standouts in their team, but Wangaratta have been very even.
Yeah, there's been a couple for Wang. I feel like, I don't know, Joel Stevens is probably the one for me. I think that's had the biggest impact across the 4 quarters. But
left field ones are Harry Smart.
Yeah, definitely. He's been doing a great job on Spitter.
Melville knocked out of his grasp by Nico Stevens.
Has he kicked one today?
No.
Spitz kicked one?
No, goalless. He's only had the 7 disposal Spitz as well, so he's been really well held.
Stevens kicks the ball up towards the 50. Tom O'Sullivan, met that contest hard. Paddy Wright got it out to Tyson Young. Nice hand pass. And got it away to Kennett. Centre of the ground. Ollie Greenhill takes the mark. Need to try and find a target inside 50. Lays this one off to O'Neill. High ball. Jet Cassidy winding up at the back. He takes it. Gee, that's a good mark in these conditions. Elite body and paint mark of the day, but he's 55 out. Now, I just don't know about the distance here with a wet ball, Benny.
Yeah, I think he's going to try and pass this off.
He does. It's a beautiful kick. It's gone through Hudson Garoni's hands. Spiteri plays it smart, picks it up, left foot. He's got that. That is one of the goals of the year. This will be paid. That is a cracker.
Yeah, wow.
Magic from Noel Spiteri.
Yep.
A Sunjan goal of the day.
Yeah. Wow, just as we were singing Harry Smart's praises, that's almost goal of the year.
Yeah,
that is an unbelievable finish by our man Noah. So that is a fantastic goal, and he might just be a bit of a fire starter for Wodonga, hopefully, to get themselves back into this contest. Still plenty of time.
Yeah, I think 1 to keep it in, but 2 the finish. Under serious heat, he's just managed to float that through. So, like we said, there's been a lot of guys today who hasn't been their day, but I guarantee you, blokes are going to get their moments. Yeah. And I think Noah definitely took the most of his then, and I think there's going to need to be another couple for Wodonga if they're going to try and win this game.
Gee, that was a special goal from Noah. A ripper. Here's Noah Bradshaw. Gee, he's been good. Right foot. They're on the move again, the Doggies. Maggie's getting back, though, through Paddy Wright. White-tie tour with a chance to pounce on the footy. He's under pressure. Jet Cassidy gets rid of him. Gill back to Jet Cassidy. Spins it back. Centering kick. Cooper Garoni. Anderson meets him. Good contest. And the umpire will take it. So 40 out from goal. Elm Street end. At the moment, an 8-point margin. Maggie's up over the Dogs. And we've got 11. Final turn for NZ. Ball up. Here we go. Let's have a look. Tilly trying to pick up the footy. Taken by Cooper Garoni. Not sure about that.
I think he made the most of that, Tilly, I reckon.
He had his head back before Cooper even touched him, man. I don't know about that.
That's a bit stiff.
He might be joining Cookie on Home and Away.
Out he comes, Aiden Tilley. Clark climbs, knew he took the mark. Greenhill out the back with White Tie Tour. He wants the line here, and they get it, the Dogs. That's all they had to do. And White Tie Tour made a great contest of it.
Just quickly around the grounds, Murderford kick away again, 81-69 there. So that's going to go absolutely down to the wire, you'd think, that game.
Yeah,
very
huge.
interesting. So as we know, the Rovers coming into round 10 undefeated. 9 on the trot. The reigning champs or back-to-back champs, Marjanovic, that looked like a throw. Barrett, high ball, Clark sitting under it with Burke. Clark, well done by Ruben Burke to get a fist to it. Fraser Ellis just punches it forward. Soroczynski slipped over. Clark, this'll hurt. He's missed it. He's just missed it. So back out to 9 points on the Border Carpets Wodonga scoreboard. Mackey's up over the Dogs. We're gone 12 minutes, final term. Dan Vaccaro for 40 wings, Ben Tallarico for the Newmarket, and Luke Francis calling for Border Bandag. Matt Wilson's gone straight up the centre. Lockie Kennett. Gee, I thought he might have marked that on the second attempt, but anyway, umpire to call it in.
Yeah, Matt Wilson going straight up the guts there from a kick out. Just, I've had enough of this. Let's get it out of this back 50.
Yeah. Matt Wilson again. How'd he get up there? There's Bradshaw, Tilley, Barrett. Now this one being bounced inside 50. Liam Andrews, good work. On the boot, tumbles it out. Gill bends down, picks it up to Noah Bradshaw. Gee, he's got great skills, Noah Bradshaw. Off to Jet Cassidy. Good kick to Cooper Garoni. Hudson Garoni, I should say. So 65, playing 56. Maggie's up. Hudson Garoni. 60 out from home, Elm Street end. Pops it up to the pocket. Wilson fisted away by Smart, out of bounds.
It was a smart move there by Huddy Garoni.
Yeah.
You just saw Matt Wilson just floating across, and the defensive Wangaratta was really good.
Yeah, he couldn't dump that long to the top of the square. Then Wang had numbers back and would have been a quick exit if they hadn't taken the intercept. So smart choice.
Maggie's by 9 points. Wilson picks it off. He's missed it. Gee, you've got to watch him around a stoppage inside a forward 50.
He looks really threatening this quarter. It's the most threatening he's looked for the game, Matt Wilson. So just look out for him.
Back to 8 points.
Well, why do they need a footy? It didn't go over the fence, did it?
Oh, I might have.
Yeah, it may have bounced over.
Wow.
So we're going 14 final term. Dan, we'll go around the grounds right now.
Yep.
Yeah, for Ray White Wodonga.
Yep, so North Albury 61, plays Corowa 53. Wang Rovers, wow. 69 plays Murderford 93. They're going to do it, Mert.
Wow.
I'm calling it.
Wow.
They're going to do it. Albury 15 to Yarrawonga 73. So that's just an absolute flogging. And Lavy 77 to Raiders 41.
Big upset.
It's quite funny how we can see it sometimes. You think, oh, surely a team couldn't go through a season undefeated, but at this stage we couldn't see it coming for the Rovers. But
huge win by
yeah, so obviously not over yet, but it seems like it's going to go that way.
Yep.
In favour of the Saints. And they just had a bit of a lull mid-season, so that would get them back up and going. Here's Grossman from the fullback position. Clearing out. Now this one's going to be coming back. The Dogs through Liam Andrews. Now we've got a doggy on the ground, and that is Charlie Morrison.
It's his free.
Yeah,
I think got one eye then.
Charlie. Looked like it was sort of in the back and then higher, so could have taken the pick umpire.
I think Charlie's, for me, is with Tommy O'Sullivan's probably been, I think, one of Wodonga's best for today.
A goal here would bring it back to 2 points. Going for Hudson Garoni in the pocket. I reckon he's nearly marked that. Wow, he had about 3 bites at it, Dan.
He did. He got very close to it, Huddy. So, geez, he's never out of a marking contest, is he?
No.
He's a super player.
That was probably a 1-on-3 contest then,
yeah,
too.
It was. It was. You can see why he's played at VFL level.
Okay, so we're going to have a boundary throw in the pocket, Elm Street end.
What's taking so long?
Just waiting for the footy to come.
We're going to be done at 8 o'clock tonight.
I reckon that man will find a new viewing spot next week because he's sick of grabbing that Sharon and throwing it
Going to
back.
ask to go on payroll.
Yeah. Okay. Jorgensen down low. Marjanovic over the footy. Matt Wilson went in. Here's Joel Stevens. Good tackle from Parkin. Didn't infringe. Oh, I don't know about that call.
It's fantastic. It was a fantastic tackle by Parkin, but like we said at the start of the game when they were really hot on it, all we wanted is consistency, and look, that probably lines up with how he was umpiring at the start of the game. So, although probably a bit stiff for Joel Stevens there, the umpire I think has sort of stuck to his trend.
Well, we asked for consistency,
yeah, exactly
didn't we?
Right.
We've gotten it.
Yep. So this is massive for the youngster.
Okay.
And it was an unbelievable tackle too. So reward for the tackle is generally
pin the arm.
Yep.
So Brandon Parkin, 40 out, 45-degree angle, Elm Street end. A lot of pressure on this kick. This would cut it back to 2 points. Very close to the man on the mark. Pushes it wide. Minor score.
That's a very Josh Kennedy-esque sort of run up there for a young fella, the stutter. But whatever works for him.
Yeah, we won the goal kicking in the thirds last year, Parko.
He's a super player.
Cam Barrett with the footy. And he's just going to send it out looking for Chris Knowles. Max being front and square. Burke on hands to it. Okay.
Don't know about that.
Ruben Burke. Didn't come off the boot all that well. Misses Cohen Ainsworth. In comes Bradshaw. Maggies have got to defend for their lives here. Jack O'Sullivan ends up to with it. Stevens. Nico Stevens. Wild kick. He misses that one. It's wide. It's a minor score. So right now, the Maggies' back line is under the pump.
Yeah, they're having all the play with Wodonga at the moment, so they're just a little bit reminiscent of the third quarter for Wangaratta. They're just not making the most of a few opportunities.
Final term for the Great Outdoors. So they win possession again. Matt Wilson. It's back to a goal margin here. This is very interesting. Short ball into the pocket. Jet Cassidy has got it. And he is capable, Benny. We know what he can do with the footy.
Yeah, he's definitely capable. Jet's got a lot of tricks, and this would be massive for the Doggies. It'd bring it back to 1 point. So this is a big kick in the scheme of the game, boys.
Well, this would, in fact, tie it up, Benny.
Yeah.
So Jet Cassidy in the pocket, hard up against the boundary line. Right foot drop punt. Another behind.
Could be an interesting point, though.
Yeah,
very much so.
Hit the post. So it's 5 points the margin. Maggie's still with the lead, but they can't work it out of their D50 at the moment, or at least their back half, Benny.
No, they just cannot get it past halfway, and Wodonga have pressed the ground really high. There's no one past the centre circle at the moment.
Ben Tallarico's special comments for the Newmarket Hotel. Dan Vaccaro for 40 winks. Hewitt. So 35 out defensively, the Maggies. Short ball. And he works one to Jackson Clark as the rain or drizzle seems to become heavier here at John Flower Oval. Martin Park on Old M Live, 1494 2AY. Jackson Clark's gone with a long one. He just wanted to clear the area. I don't mind it. Mapleson, Wilson, can he work this one back out of bounds? So now they've worked it beyond the halfway mark. The Maggies just left of centre wing far side.
That's a big win for Wang, and that's good work there by Jackson Clark, just to not even lower his eyes, just get it out of that back 50 and try and win some territory back.
Absolutely. Knowles, well done in the ruck, got it down in front to Paddy Wright. Tom O'Sullivan after him. Okay, Dan, who's leading the possession count thanks to 40 winks?
Yeah, so it's the both O'Sullivans for Wodonga, so 24 apiece for them. They've both been unbelievable today. And Jolie Stevens, he has had 22 disposals as well. So I think he's been really good, one of Wangaratta's best.
If you've just joined us on O&M Live, we've almost gone 20 here in the final term. 5 point margin in favour of the Maggies. Stevens, 40 out of bounds on the full. So he's just blown that one off the side of the boot. But Joel's had a good day, Benny.
Yeah, he certainly has. I think he's amassed a fair amount of disposals today for the Pies and been really busy around their centre mid. So his clearance work's been a standout for me.
Big turnover here. Tom O'Sullivan couldn't quite reach Ollie Greenhill. McLernan sends it, squares it up. Mark nearly taken by Jackson Clark. Out the back it goes. Ainsworth taken off the footy, holding the ball. And Harrison Hewitt's going to take the kick.
That's another example of the umpires being quick on it, haven't they, Benny? And that one there, I'm actually really pleased that they've just been consistent with that call all day, and that's no exception.
No, couldn't agree more, mate. This is gonna be a big kick for Harrison, and like as we said, it hasn't been really his day, but he's gonna have his moment now, and yeah, this would be a massive kick to put it out for 2 goals.
Yeah, well, you certainly wouldn't put it beyond this guy. He is a man who's brimming with talent. This youngster, Harrison Hewitt. Now, he'll strike the footy from just on the arc. Hospital end, good contact, sweet contact, misses. a minor score. Back out to a goal margin. 6 points in it. Maggie's up 66-60 thanks to Border Carpets Wodonga. Matt Wilson brings it straight back in. Now he wants to go up the middle, does he? Short ball, good kick to Jet Cassidy. Now this is where their skills have got to be perfect, the Dogs. We've gone 21.5 for NZ final term. Ollie Greenhill wants to shoot it out wide. Good footy to Matt Soroczynski. They switch it. He's away. Matt to half forward. Let's see. Hewitt, front spot. Cooper Garoni fires it out. Jet Cassidy under pressure. Held in. Melville claims Noah Bradshaw in a tackle. Good footy from both teams. Ball going back to the umpire.
I'll tell you what, around the grounds, North Albury 61 plus Cora was 60. That's the closest game of the round so far.
Knowles up in the ruck, claimed it. Ball back at bootlace level. Well done by Hewitt to get a boot for it. Just rushed it forward. Well done by Blake. Got it off to Tyson Young in the pocket. Big play here. Telly takes the mark. Aiden. Wonderful from the Maggies just to get it forward.
Yeah, that's a huge moment there for Wangaratta if he can go through and slot this. It makes it very, very hard for Wodonga, probably beyond doubt, given the weather as well. So this is a huge moment for Aiden Tilley.
Yeah, if he doesn't, though, it's a very handy point, isn't it? Because it means it puts it out to a two-kick game.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it, Benny. So Aiden Tilley must at least score here to make it difficult for the Dogs. The margin at 6. 40 out. Hospital end. Tough angle. Aiden Tilley. He's hit the post. He's hit the post. But it is a 7-point margin, Benny.
It is, yeah. It's going to be tricky for Wodonga. There's still plenty of time given how long the quarters have gone today. So, but they're going to need a quick one, I think.
Final term for the Great Outdoors. Let's see what the Dogs can do here. Matt Wilson, defensive 50. Trying to create something. Turns it over. Young, here's Tyson. 75 from home. Now he's going to play on quickly here. He just sends it into the hot spot. Ball over the back. McLernan, can he get there in time? Touched for a minor score. Margin at 8 points. So we're gone 23.5 final term for NZ. Dan, we'll go back around the grounds very shortly. Matt Wilson coming in again. Now he's going with a barrel here up the middle. Or pretty close to it. Gets out the back. Here they go. Here's Charlie Morrison. Can he pick it up cleanly? They've still got a chance here to pounce on the footy. Matt Soroczynski breaks away. He's got pace. He sends it up towards the goal square. Garoni plays on, runs in. No, it's a free kick. It's a free kick going against Hudson Garoni for a push out against Matt Grossman. So it was a 50-50. One of those ones that could have been let go or it could have been paid. So I don't mind that.
It's how you adjudicate it, isn't it? If it's just hands or if it's a little shove, it's usually in the back. So.
Yeah, no, well done to the umpire. On instinct, he called it a push in the back, and I think we're all happy with that.
Around the grounds, Ray White, full time at Button Park. North Albury 1 point winners over Corowa. So 61 plays 60 there. So that's a big win.
Wow, that is massive for North Albury.
So the time not in favour of the Dogs here. They must get something. Here's McLernan. In fact, as Stevens brought down.
Oh, wow.
Holding the footy. Dogs must kick this. So if they can get one here through Jet Cassidy, this would bring it back to a 2-point margin.
Yep, and it's only 24-57. Like last quarter went 32. So if he does slot it, they might still have a few minutes to regroup and try and find the score again.
Jet Cassidy. Most important kick of the game for the Doggies. Goes for home, puts it through. By gee, we're in for a big finish now. Cuts the margin back to 2 points. A kick in it. Maggie's up.
This is the game that just keep on giving. This is a fantastic contest by two really good teams, I think. That's Wangaratta probably had the better of it most of the day, but Wodonga just won't go away without a fight, and they're doing it right now, so there only have to be a few minutes left, but 2 points of difference, and around the grounds as well. Wang Rovers, 81 plays 95, so they're trying their hardest to get back into that game, but you just think Murderford are going to have enough there. That's huge, and Yarrawonga 80 to Albury 15. That's the big story of the round as well.
Back in the middle, the final term for the Great Outdoors on O&M Live, 14.94 to AY. Wilson out of the middle, wobbly ball inside 50. Barrett got a fist to it. Ainsworth picks it up for the Dogs, taken off the footy, holding the ball, so it'll go back to Cam Barrett.
Big tackle.
Maggie's up by 2 points over the Dogs. Cam Barrett short to James McLernan on half back, so they hold up. We're going over 26 minutes in the final turn thanks to NZ.
Got to find a man here, Wodonga.
Yeah.
Can't let anyone get any sort of space.
Brad Melville. And what's he going to do with this, Brad? He's about to send it up now to half forward. Up goes Hymas at the back. Charlie Morrison gets it and just thumps it forward. Barrett sits under it. Anderson goes for it. Spiteri picks it up, brought to ground, holds it in, and the umpire is going to ball it up. So it's on half forward for the Dogs, half back for the Magpies. 2 point lead to the Maggies. Gone close to 27 for NZ. Stevens tries to work one forward. Tilly takes the mark down low, plays on, which was interesting, to McLernan, thumps it forward. Now Charlie Morrison's going back. Mapleson's after him, so too is Blake. They work it this way to O'Neill. Now he had Bradshaw on. He's gone over the top to Ainsworth. Cohen drops it. He regathers over the top to Tom O'Sullivan. Big play here. Here goes Tom. He's trying for Hudson Garoni. Grossman, look at that. Matt works it away, just hacks it out of the fence for the Maggies. So they've still got a slender lead here by 2 points. They work it up towards half forward. The Dogs, time's running against them. Stevens, though, is about to pick it up. Nico. And there's the siren. And the Magpies hold on. They take the points in round 10. What a wonderful finish. And Wang at the full-time siren at 9:14.68. They defeat the Doggies 9-12-66.
Yeah, what a game. What an absolute game. That's fantastic then. Jeez. Wow. How good.
Certainly was. Wonderful finish. Two good teams of the O&M just going hammer and tong. How about that, Dan? Great to watch.
That was awesome. It was two really good teams, as you said, Lukey, and came down to that last play. They kicked it to a 3-on-1. They were just looking for Huddy in the end, but awesome. Wodonga sort of didn't lower their colours today. They were really strong, and Wangaratta, well, we know why they've won 8 in the trot. They are just a force to be reckoned with, and Wodonga served it up to them today, but the good teams just find a way to win, Lukey, and that's exactly what Wang did.
Yeah, you're
awesome.
right. You're right about that, Dan. So Benny Tallarico is about to make his way out of the box.
He's got a really hard decision to make here, Benny, because that was a really even performance by Wang. I think Wodonga had a lot of good sort of players. Like if they won, you could have given it to Charlie or you could have given it to Tom O'Sullivan. But Wangaratta had a really even spread. Like I thought Joel Stevens was fantastic. He finished with 21 disposals. But apart from that, if it was up to me, I reckon Harry Smart was almost best on today. His job he did on Noah was absolutely fantastic. I know Noah kicked that brilliant goal, but apart from that, he really didn't get a look in, and that was all for Harry Smart. He was awesome. He wore him like a glove, and those type of roles don't get a whole lot of kudos most of the time. I thought he was brilliant today, Lukey.
Yeah, no, good call, Dan. So the Doggies and the Maggies shaking hands here at John Fleur Oval, Martin Park. But again, it was the Pies winning their 9th game in succession. A wonderful effort. So they've only dropped the one game for the year. As we know, it was in the opening round against their arch rivals, the next door neighbours, the Wang Rovers, by 2 goals. So 9-14-68. They win to the Wodonga Bulldogs 9-12-66. And as we said, Benny Tallarico with the task of plucking out our Revel Fitness Player of the Day.
Yeah, he's just making his way out there now. So we'll just go through a couple of games. So officially over is this game, but then also the Albury Sports Ground. So that's huge. Yarrawonga 80 to Albury's 15. They only kicked 1 goal in a game of footy, so that's
still
huge.
remain 1.
No, it's full time now.
Wow.
So that's done.
Yeah.
North Albury 1 point winners over Corowa, which was huge, and the other games is Lavington 89 plays Raiders 41. And then it looks like Murderford are going to beat Rovers in a huge upset, which is huge.
What a great round of footy, Dan.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's the league that just keeps on giving. So it looks like he's going to go to Jolie Stevens. I think that is our man, Benny Tallarico.
Yeah, here we go. Down to Benny for our Revel Fitness Player of the Day. Benny, are you on, mate? Turn your mic on, Benny. You're on up here, mate. Here he goes. Oh,
there we go. There we go.
That's all he had to do.
I've just been falling asleep up in the box, boys. All right, so Joel, player of the day, mate. Obviously, hard fought win against Wodonga. They've been playing some great football, mate. I thought you were super on board today. Plenty of clearances. How have you found coming over to Wang, mate? How are you enjoying your footy?
Oh, it's been unbelievable. Obviously, the boys and the team and everyone's made me feel pretty welcome. So, yeah, I can't complain at all. It's been unreal.
Very good, mate. And obviously, next week, big game against the Wang Rovers. Got the better of you in the first encounter. You guys would be pretty confident going in and playing some good football, and I've got a few guys to come back in too. Obviously, Boards didn't play today, and a few others a bit under the weather. So you guys would be locking your chances going in against that rivalry.
Yeah, we got a bit of confidence. Obviously, they're the best team in the comp at the moment. So hopefully, come out a bit better than round one, and hopefully get the win.
Awesome, mate. Well done, mate. Good job.
Beautiful. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, well done, Benny. There he is with Joel Stevens, our Rebel Fitness Player of the Day. And Benny will grab a pick, and that'll go up on the O&M website tonight. Gee, what pickups, Dan. So Joel Stevens and Tyson Young coming into this team this year. Also, Jack Mapleson. They've been great pickups.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And I love that pick there by Benny to give him Player of the Day. I thought he was really consistent in the midfield. And where Wodonga got on top for parts of the game, he's in the midfield, and he really... he didn't lower his colours. He kept fighting on, so he finished the game with 23 disposals. I thought he was really good. And, yeah, well-deserved Player of the Day. And you mentioned the other players. Tyson Young didn't have his day today, but he's still a super player and was good enough for Wang to get the win.
Absolutely. So here they come, happy with their work, and so they should be. It was a really hard-fought win this afternoon, and even though the Dogs have gone down, I tell you what, Dan, they can still hold their heads high because they're playing good footy. I mean, they won their last three coming into this one today, and no doubt they'll be looking to rebound next week, and they can take a lot out of that.
Yeah, I think I said before the game, it's almost like a bit of a free hit. They're not in a league that it seems like every game is season defining. It wasn't necessarily for Wodonga today. They're still going to sit in fourth. They're still going to have striking distance to get a double chance as well. They're firmly in the five, so it was a really good just test for them. And I don't think they'd be too disappointed. There's obviously learnings to take out of every game, so I think Wodonga can hold their head up high. They were really competitive in a very good outfit for Wang. We talk about Rovers as like this unbelievable force that can't be reckoned with. Well, Wangaratta have only lost one game, so that they're not too far behind them with similar percentage. And they only went down by a couple of goals to Rovers. So don't worry about Wang. I'll tell you right now, pointy end of the year, there's not going to be much to separate those two teams, Lukey.
Yeah, that's right, Dan. And last year, I think we forget sometimes, they came from fifth spot in the finals to play in a grand final. This year, they're in a lot better spot than they were this time last year.
Oh, and there's
here they go, the Maggies.
Honour the name by day and by night. Lift that noble banner high. Shake out the thunder from the sky. Whether the odds be great or be small, Wang will go in and win overall. While our loyal sons are marching always to victory.
Yeah, they got home this afternoon. It was the Maggies by 2 points. We'll just grab that final score again, Dan, between the Maggies and the Doggies here at Martin Park.
Yeah, so the final score was Wodonga 9-12-66 plays Wangaratta 9-14-68. So a really good finish, a 2-point victory. And I'll tell you what, the O&M Live Call team have had it pretty good because that was a really good game at WJ Finlay Oval. So that's full time now. It was Rovers going down to Myrtleford in a massive boil over. So 12-9-81 plays Myrtleford, 14-11-95. The other games, Bunton Park, North Albury 8-13-61, beating Corowa 9-6-60 by 1 point. The big story at Albury Sports Ground, Albury 1 goal 9-15 plays Yarrawonga 11-14-80. And then at the Lavington Sports Ground, Lavington 14-5-89 played Wodonga Raiders 5-11-41. So Lavi flexing their muscles once again.
Yeah, very good, Dan. Rightio, those scores, of course, for Ray White. Wodonga will take a break from Martin Park on a day when the Maggies did enough to get home against the Doggies. The post-game show will be for the Clubhouse Bar and Bistro in Wodonga. This is O&M Live, and remember, on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
SS&A, this is your place.
All right. I love you. Have a good shift.
The all-new Nissan Navara, built for the grid shift.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shorty get inspired. How about that? How about that? This time, shorty get.
Explore where your new home begins. Discover our designs. Discover local land. Discover what's possible. Visit Sundancer Homes' new sales centre and showroom at 482 Kiowa Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
No one celebrates life like you do. At Tobin Brothers Funerals, we're here to help you celebrate the life of your loved one, your own special way. Tobin Brothers Funerals, celebrating lives.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
This goes out to all the athletes, the fitness buffs, and the huff and puffs. On your marks, get set. Find your perfect fit at the athlete's foot.